Glock cock, got my 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 Glock, got my Glock, got my Glock cock, got my Glock, got my Glock, got my Glock cock, got my Glock, got my Glock, got my Glock cock, got my Glock cock.
On your feet, everybody.
It's time to get my Glock cocked. It's time to get my Glock cocked. Yeah! Welcome back to another episode of the Griftcast IRL, hosted by this dude named DeFango, but his real name's Manuel Chavez III or the Turd, depending on how you know him. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hold up. I feel like my beanie doesn't look good on my head. I hope my Griftcast beanie comes in here pretty soon. I can't be waiting to wear it. Welcome back, guys. What are you guys going and doing? How you doing? What's going on here? I know you guys are probably so uber totally interested in this thing that we're going to be talking about today. Maybe you are. I don't know, actually. Sonny Jim. I'm just trying to, be safe. Okay. Why can't I... I hate volume controls. I figured it out. Ah, yes. So what are we doing tonight? Well, I've been looking into some things or something, and I've been doing it over the last couple of days, weeks, months, whatever. But there's been some beef, I've had some beef. Maybe it's not real beef, but there's been some problems with the guy. And it was just kind of funny. I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just a regular ass dude on the internet. And literally, I've been kind of waiting and wondering what's going to be happening with it, but this particular character got suspended on Twitter not that long ago, and to be perfectly frank, I didn't even actually know what was going on in this particular situation for a while. Actually, I didn't know anything was going on with it. I just knew that this dude was literally e-bagging harder than I've ever seen anybody e-bag before in their life. And then I saw something pop up with this chick named Brittany Venti. You guys remember Brittany, good old Brittany Venti? Yeah. Well, I was watching her show earlier today and I saw this. So we'll just pull it up and take a look.
Cannot access certain contacts on YouTube to have them on my stream. I can't get the news. I can't do a lot of things because I'm locked out on Twitter. And I don't really trust Ella Irwin, given her bias, given that she is claiming it's a fair investigation. But then she commented on my account being locked, and it was the same thing of, oh, well,
really?
She violated TOS.
You guys see my fucking tweet right there on Brittany Venti's stream again? Some shit's about to happen.
I'm sure you can still find it if you just use the Twitter search.
Yeah, just use the Twitter search.
Fair investigation, my ass.
Fair investigation, my
this was
ass.
A fair investigation, considering how my case was handled.
What?
So it's very
what,
strange.
Brittany? Excuse me?
We're these weird connections. What is the motive of Ella Irwin, the head of trust and safety, getting Nick Monroe banned?
Yeah, what is the motivation behind that?
Because
what
I
is
don't
the
see
motivation?
anything other than Crabman. The main thing he's been doing is covering Tate.
Yeah.
He went on a censorship spree and started censoring anyone. There are many YouTubers involved by the end of it. And Ella Irwin is buddy old pals with Eliza
but a lot of them didn't come back
and
in.
It explains how
your
the
boy.
Quirton got locked out of Twitter so quickly when he tweeted Eliza Blue about the situation as well.
Oh, really?
So basically, Ella Irwin is now involved with another ban, and there seems to be a bias here. And the thing is, she says it was after an extensive investigation and that he violated multiple privacy rules repeatedly across multiple platforms.
Multiple
but
accounts.
Here you can see, just like in my situation,
Oh!
I have to open it in like an incognito.
Wait,
tab.
hold on.
You can see just.
What is that right there? Huh. Ah, yes. What does that say? Thanks for your appeal. You appealed 2 tweets. Please note, while we review your appeal, you won't be able to access Twitter account. We'll take a look and respond as soon as possible. If you'd rather just delete the content, you can cancel your appeal. So she's like reappealing her stuff. She still has an issue with Twitter trust and safety because they banned people. I mean, you guys, they banned me, remember? They took Manuel DeFango out. But out of nowhere, I got back somehow. Like, I don't know if it was Ali Alexander helping me out. I don't know if Elon helped me out. I don't know if it was any of my high dollar, high calorie friends or whatever. I don't know. But everybody's getting mad again at Ella G. Irwin and Twitter because, well, people are getting banned again, and it's making folks upset. Yes, it is. Making folks upset. And Dave, thanks, Virginia Olsen, for that like over there on Facebook. We appreciate that. See, it actually does show when people do stuff over there. Thanks for that. Interesting.
Just like in my situation. Hold on, I have to open it in like an.
It's my tweet right there, baby.
Because I'm still locked out of Twitter. It literally doesn't let me view tweets. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it doesn't let you do anything when you're locked out of Twitter. That's the whole point.
But you can see, similar to my case, where this whole thing.
No, Brittany, it's not similar to your case. Oh no, it's not.
Was celebrating that they got my account locked was actually Eliza Blue's manager / bestie.
What?
And we connected the dots, and then Eliza basically admitted that she was for it and behind it, and then started censoring people. So. And then we saw she was connected to Ella Irwin. So we can see here, just like how Amanda Jean, Eliza Blue's manager and bestie, who was saying, haha, I got Brittany Venti banned. Crabcrawler also has someone just like that saying, you know, literal no profile picture, nobody.
No, she can't use Twitter
getting
at all
this guy
until she either
banned
gets to the
because he
appeal
felt like
or
it was
deletes a
just
tweet.
mass
That's how
reporting him.
that part of it works.
So
I won't even let her get
it's a
past
very
that screen.
small account, and they're just reporting the tweets, just mass reporting Nick Monroe's tweets.
Yeah.
Who's actually doing
She's recovering. You recovering?
good
Come over here on the
research,
screen.
especially when in regard
Still
to
haven't eaten
Andrew
your good
Tate.
food.
So
Munchie.
that was Ella
Gotta
Irwin's
be a big
response to
girl,
that,
eat
to
your good food.
trolls mass reporting and bragging about it. And then that's Defango tweeting about it, who was involved with the Eliza Blue stuff, who ended up apologizing for some reason. And then
Who ended up, excuse me? I did not fucking apologize, Brittany Venti. I did not apologize. I said if I was wrong, which I wasn't wrong, which we all proved. So fuck you. That's what I gotta say to you. Fuck you, Brittany. Heartfelt. So, you know, I didn't want to have to do this. I didn't want to have to like dig into the history of things with Mr. Crabcrawler, but you know, I can't just let people make shit up, or I can't let people misrepresent shit. It's not the person that I am, and I know that it sucks for some people or whatever, and it's gonna get me some hate or whatever, but Brittany and everybody else that's looking into the Crabcrawler situation, oh no, it's not the same as the Eliza Blue situation. Oh no, this one goes deeper and crazier than any of y'all could care to admit. So strap in, motherfuckers. This is about to get weird and crazy, unlike anything that you've been seeing before. And just to put it out there is that we already did an investigation on this. I was actually going to put out a fat Twitter thread on all of this stuff, but I decided that I didn't want to because I wanted to see what the other people on Twitter and the other content creators would do to see if they were actually going to come to support or deny or whatever Mr. Nick Monroe. And honestly, I don't know, man. So here we go. As you can see, we got lots of links that I haven't even pulled up, and we've got some stuff that we've already pulled up. So we're going to expand on all of this right now because Crabcrawler's got a Substack now, aka Crabman. He's got a Substack. His name is Nick Monroe, aka Nicholas Tomaszewski, and he's been around the internet for a long time. He goes all the way back to the Gamergate days, okay? So we'll go ahead and read through his post first, and then we're going to expand upon his thoughts and where he's at on this thing, and then show you where Twitter is coming from, because when you finally get to understand why he probably got banned, you probably aren't going to be saying that this is the same thing as the Eliza Blue situation. Yeah. Defango the Horror Cow uses Huey Farms as a source. Yeah. Maybe I don't. I use everything as a source. That's what I do. So, why I hope Ella G. Irwin unbans Crabcrawler1. Yeah. In this post, I will try to convey my current situation. I want my account back. In fact, I actually want my own life back. Not only two online identities steep, that's bizarre. People who knew me as Nick Monroe and Crabman on a personal level, this is difficult to mentally keep track of. When Elon Musk bought Twitter back in October of 2022, I took the risk of formally coming out as myself, Crabman, on Twitter, and Elon promised amnesty for people who were permanently banned on the platform, and my initial hope was such forgiveness would be granted to me, and that simply never came. And that's true. You know, Elon Musk did say that he was going to be giving out tons of amnesty to people, and guess what? Like Nick, I was also running a secondary account on Twitter, irregardless of the permanent suspension that I had received, because I felt that it was given to me unduly, right? Because there was really nothing that I had done. I'd never harassed anyone. I wasn't even being that bad online. It was just me getting mass reported into nothingness because I was connected to bad characters on the internet. Now, For Crabman, it's a little bit different, right? Like, he's kind of just glossing over really what kind of went down, and we're going to go through each of the online sources that we have available to ourselves, and then we're going to actually show you that, you know, not only me, but many other people, regardless of where it comes from, if it's Kiwi Farms or some other assholes out there on the internet, they all know who this dude is, and they've all talked about what he's done back in the past. So, forgiveness is aside. Fast forward to December of 2022, the Tate brothers were arrested. I had made a Twitter thread earlier in the year that essentially went mega viral in the aftermath of that news. I'd continue to follow the case in the months afterwards, speaking up on behalf of others who were too afraid to criticize Andrew and Tristan because of the litany of threats their fan base unleashed on anyone and everyone. Which is true, the fan base of Andrew Tate was being super toxic in some people's eyes to a lot of other folks out there. And you know what? I'm not going to discount the fact that that's there. A lot of us seem to believe that he got suspended because he was mass reported by a bunch of these said trolls. And that's initially how he got put down. But it seems that maybe there's a little bit more to the story that people aren't bringing to the table. And as your information giver, the guy that gives you all of this stuff on both sides and gives no fucks about what people care about me, this is where it's going to get a lot weirder. That brings us to March 10th, 2023. I was banned for the platform unceremoniously. Twitter never officially sent me an email explaining the grounds for my suspension. Instead, I had to learn from a public statement given to a third party. And that's where it gives us this tweet right here from good old Elegy Irwin. You'll see that I'm still blocked by motherfucking, what's his face? Goddamn Ian Miles Chong, somebody that actually has a history with our friend right there. But, you know, that's it right there. And it kind of is like a multiple associated people, or it was multiple associations of different people. It started off with the Queen of the Drews, Ashton Birdie. This girl was supposed to come onto the show, but kind of like dicked us around for whatever reason. So we just unfollowed her and told her to kick rocks because, you know, we don't need her in the first place. But yeah, she's over here jerking off everybody about this Crabcrawler account because he was exposing the Tate brothers and their crimes, and he got permanently suspended. She didn't seem to do a lick of research into the reasoning as to why. And then we got Ian Miles Chong, one of the greatest Twitter fucking grifters of our time. This guy's a guy from Malaysia that basically lies pretty much about everything, steals all his information from other people, and has been caught swatting and stealing money from multiple individuals, where we've actually done threads and videos on that guy and explained to you exactly who he is. But for whatever reason, Ian Miles dipshit is able to get Elegy Irwin, of all people, to actually reply to him. Not sure what's going on here, but there's no reason Crabcrawler1 should be suspended from what I've seen. Elegy Irwin, some transparency on why he'd be banned would be good. Oh yeah, from what you've seen, you haven't seen anything for the reasoning as why he would have gotten owned in that way? Oh, you don't understand? You don't know? You didn't look into that? That's pretty weird. Actually, it kind of seems like most people would have looked into it. But from Ella, we got the account was suspended after a fairly expensive investigation. We can't comment into any detail on legal criminal cases, but the account has violated multiple privacy rules repeatedly across multiple accounts. And then we got Ian Miles Chong. Thanks for the quick response, Ella, and she's the best. And yeah, we got people saying that he was a ban-evading psychopath. He begged us to ask Elon to get him unbanned a while back too. He's always been a creepy weirdo, always. He also likes to harass my boss at the site I work for, call and text him incessantly like a stalker ex. Very bizarre person. Yeah. Interesting. So obviously, we got some folks that are kind of angry, kind of upset with what's happening over there, right? And now we have to kind of like actually dig into this a little bit more because, you know, if Elegy Irwin is going to say that there's, you know, they did a huge investigation that was fairly extensive, then that means that we as individuals should be able to find the same extensive information that Elegy Irwin found that basically allowed them to to ban him, because from what we know so far is that he was evading multiple bans, which isn't a problem. Like, I've ban evaded before myself, right? I was ban evading on the Merlin DeFango, or the Manuel DeFango account. I also had a Merlin DeFango account. So many fucking accounts. And finally, they gave me back my original account, which totally gets rid of the whole ban evasion thing in the first place. It allows me to exist again, but I still got to walk a fine line, right? Why do you think I'm not tweeting at Ella G. Irwin or being all like, thank you, Ella G. Irwin, or anything like that? Because I ain't trying to get butt fucked right now. So, as we're sitting here, all we really know is that Crabman got banned for ban evasion, right? And he was the #1 source for all the Andrew Tate information on Twitter. Everybody was going to him. He was getting like 50,000 followers, grifting hard money. Every other tweet coming out of him was hit me in the PayPal. I need money to pay my bills and all this other shit. And part of what we do here on the Griftcast is the same thing. So make sure you guys hit me on that PayPal. Head your asses over to griftcast.com so you can get grifted with me. I like money. I need money just as much as the rest of you mother suckers. So hit me in that PayPal if you like what we do here. You like big crazy investigations. You just gone over there and you can give us Streamlab donations, PayPals, Venmos, the Cash Apps. You can buy merch. We got all kinds of great shit. And you can also go over there to follow us. And you know what? I'll just go ahead and throw a Coffee Brand Coffee sponsorship. If you like coffee, drink Coco's, teas, whatever the heck, you could go over here, use promo code Griftcast to save yourself some money. Oh yeah, very nice. Very nice. So, now that we're here, the focus on this is really on why Crabman got banned in the first place. Because with me, they finally unbanned me because they realized that, yeah, he didn't really actually do anything bad. And the stuff that he did on the Manuel DeFango account wasn't bad either. It was just basically mass reporting into nothingness. And that doesn't fly anymore, but it keeps happening. It happened to the Crabman. Everybody's upset about it, including the Crabman, and we have to understand why, because I think understanding why is going to give us a better ability in the future to maybe not get involved with shit like this, right? Yes. I will try my best to unpack this as best as I can. It's worth noting that Ella Irwin's fairly extensive investigation did involve asking me questions about any of it, which is true. Whenever anybody gets banned or anything like that happens, they're not going to ask you any questions. They don't give a fuck to talk to you, dog. They don't want to know nothing from us. They just want to do their own investigation, and they're not going to talk to anybody. The pro-Tate person who flagged my Twitter account repeatedly bragged about doing so, while there's other evidence that points to a coordinated mass flagging campaign against Tate's critics. In any case of Guy Tweets News, they shared a screenshot that shows they reported my tweets under various violations to try to see what could stick. And I actually did tweet about this myself. I just got to go find it real quick. Nope. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? You know what? Fuck it. I'll just click here. Because remember, guys, I did a pretty fairly extensive thread when this whole thing went down, just to throw it out there. And it's interesting that he actually linked this whole thing here, because I put out the little violations. It says private info, exposing private info, all of these guys, all of this stuff that was posted about exposing private info, right? Guy Tweet News. And this was one of many accounts that I had seen that was like tweeting about successfully getting him shut down. So I just kind of like filed it under my big thread. And it is cool that it ended up that he posted it on his Substack and stuff like that. But, you know, a couple of months ago, I got into beef with him because I was like, dude, you're just always grifting money and shit. It was before I became a grifter myself. So, you know, now I guess I don't look down on it as much. Now I want to do the same thing that he was doing and make maximum amounts of money. But it is cool to just see that it's actually there, right? Here's the guy. Here's the guy. So it says, then another account went into hiding, and after their task was done, doesn't it seem to be exploitative that somebody could create a troll account for the sole purpose of mass content flagging content creators, then disappearing? And yeah, that account actually did go private and then deleted their account and tried to cover up basically everything. So it does kind of show us that there is a bigger problem going on in the Twitter system because it can still be gamed, but nobody knows for certain if it was just this one account that got it done. I mean, for a mass flagging situation to be happening, you should be seeing, you should just be seeing that it's actually the reality, right? Because the guy tweeted it out and then all of a sudden it got suspended and then everybody's just kind of like, So, the renewed attacks against me and my Tate sock bot accounts comes from the fact that I was granted access to chat logs of Andrew Tate's war room group that he had on Telegram. I have enough context there to firmly debunk the notion that the Tate brothers were playing characters. There's a lot of what I've been able to publicly share before my Twitter ban, but then there's a matter of private media therein. I censored the names and faces as necessary, which is interesting. Lots of crazy galleries, a lot of crazy images. I just hope that LG Irwin can appreciate the fact following the realization that I wasn't just going to recklessly dump everything on Twitter all at once. Attacks from me against Tate, or attacks against me from Tate's people have escalated in the background since publicizing that I have the war room leaked. This leaves me with no choice but handing them over to proper MSN media channels so they can properly investigate. That's right, as you should, because you ain't fucking a real investigator. So cool. Yeah, I don't know why we got some like weird tweeters in the chat. Like, get rid of them if they don't know what the topic of the discussion is. If they can't read what the fucking thing says. Here, let me just take care of it for you. Time out. Bye, dipshit. See you later, dipshit. God. Gotta love those pieces of shit. Gotta love those pieces of shit, don't you? No, I don't love them. And I don't have enough weed for it. So, Crabman had been releasing a lot of information about what was happening with Andrew Tate, and a lot of people are automatically just going to simp because they don't like Andrew Tate, right? And that's basically what the rest of this does. So the first thing that you're going to see here is, well, he doesn't really talk about the extensive investigation that seems to have happened throughout this entire alleged substructure, but I did want to note that, his tweet threads have been making it into a lot of different places, whether it's Short Fat Otaku that's writing stuff about him, or Hassan the HUD is actually doing fucking he's actually showing his threads on his channel, but at the same time was like, yeah, I don't actually like this fool at all, right? He's like, I don't like this right-wing motherfucker, but
like, yo, what is this? This Crabman guy's like a right-wing dude who fucking hates Andrew Tate.
Yeah, he's like a right-wing dude that like hates Andrew Tate. So like he's been making his rounds into a lot of places, but now this is actually who he is right here. So you guys don't know who Nick Monroe is, aka Nicholas Tomaszewski. He's been on a lot of channels. Just to show you that there's actually still an interview with Nick Monroe and none other than Michael Malice of the Eliza Blue fame, if you guys remember him from that. You can see that, there's some interesting stuff here. Michael sits down with freelance journalist, bulwark of the internet freedom, and occasional purveyor of lows, Nick Monroe. He and Nick discuss the state of free speech on the internet and press. They also theorize about the New Zealand's government approach to the Christchurch shooting fallout and what potential strategies one could take towards a freer, more productive internet.
For yourselves and make your own conclusions. Like that sort of value set is colliding with what the New Zealand authorities are trying to say and to suppress this story. So it puts me at odds. And when I see 8chan, 4chan, Kiwi Farms, BitChute, Gab, all being like they're being extorted They're being extorted by New Zealand's internet service providers and their government to basically bend the knee to this censorship. So it makes me question the extent of what the First Amendment covers in terms of platforms, because what has gone on these past couple of days has really opened my eyes to how much power you can flex if you're a government or the cops.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, obviously, as you well know, New Zealand doesn't have a First Amendment, right? Number one. Number two is, as I've always said, when conservatives...
Yeah, so he's no stranger to the free speech censorship mumbo jumbo. He was super into looking into the Christchurch shooting and the things that happened back in the day. Yeah.
Nick Monroe. It's true. Nick, you and Rich have a very special guest today. Probably my favorite journalist on Twitter, Nick Monroe. It's true. Nick, you and Tim Pool, to me, are the best journalists out there right now. And here's why. The best journalists out there right now. Because you are, I don't know what your political views are. I don't care what your political views are. As a journalist, someone's job is to give me information, and that information is used for me to make my own judgments and to stay informed about given subjects. And if people who follow you on Twitter or don't follow you on Twitter, they should. You are the hardest working, you're an independent journalist. You're just a kid out of your house in Cleveland, but you are every issue. You're there doing the homework, you're capping people's reactions, you're doing deep dives into who are these people, what's their background, the social media mining. These are the kind of things that a real reporter should be doing, and they're often taking your work and repurposing it for their purposes. And again, your agenda is never apparent. It's like, okay, here's Christchurch is a good example. Christchurch happens, horrible tragedy, and you're just going after all the blue checks, saying, here's what people are saying, and you've been getting heat as a result of this. Now, how did you get... So if people don't follow you on Twitter, it's NickMon1112, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And now you're at 40K already. You're blowing up.
Yeah, it's really crowded, but I love it because it means people can, the more people, the more information I can get at my hands.
So that's Nick Monroe. His other account was at NickMon1112 that got suspended. So that's the reason that he actually got banned evasion in the first place, is because he had been previously banned on the internet before, right? So back in 2019, he was still utilizing the Nick Mon moniker, and it wasn't until much later that he came back as this Crabman individual that everybody's talking about. So Crabman, Nick Mon, they're the same person, right? So this dude is not 100% out of the organization or from anywhere. He's been a part of the crew, and it's the same crew, the Tim Pools, and like this alternative media space, the same alternative media space that treats me rather poorly because, I don't give no fucks.
I mean, do you have any journalism background?
Yeah, I won an award during my stint as a game journalist at Game Ranks and the Escapist magazine. So I'm accredited in that respect. I've been recognized by this SPJ as someone who's worth watching as a powerhouse, is what their quote was. And I really hope that the judge who made the comments when he gave me that award is happy right now with where I've gone,
But,
yeah, I'm sure he's
did you go to J school?
Ecstatic.
No, I am just someone who came out of Gamergate, and I was like, I might as well give this games journalism thing a try. And I was able to see all the fundamental flaws with what they were doing, and I was able to essentially fix that and make it into strengths.
Yes, fix that and make him to strength. So now that we see it, and yes, those headphones definitely make his fucking head look super tiny. That's Nick, right? So when Nick talks about this, when Crabman talks about this, he doesn't really discuss it very in detail, which is, I think, very not cool of him. If he's really going to put it out there and tell everybody why he hopes Elegy Irwin unbans him, he needs to be man enough to come forward and tell everybody the truth about the situation. I don't think that he should be able to be allowed to just kind of like skate over it. See, I came forward and told everybody about the QAnon stuff and the cicada stuff and the news articles up front before I even did any fucking information about Eliza Blue. And all the new kids on the block that came in, you know, wanted to make some money. I made sure to tell those fuckwads too. It's not my fault that they weren't listening. And this is where I look like it's a disservice, right? Because Nick's already been out there in the public eye. He should be making videos and talking about this and being more upfront and serious about who he is, right? And that's what really put me off in the first place on this whole entire thing. And yeah, you know, like 4 years ago, Nick is an independent journalist doing
My guest today,
Gamergate.
Nick Monroe is an independent freelance journalist who loves to write detailed long-form articles on gaming, politics, entertainment industry.
Their case to the public, I had mixed feelings. It was like partially anger and sadness, but also partial understanding because of how much shit they've had to deal with.
Right.
Cool. So now that we've gotten at least a decent look at a couple of things that show us a little bit about who Nick Monroe is, now we have to get into the nitty gritty and start actually showing you the reasoning behind the ban in the first place, because a lot of people, including Nick, don't like to tell the truth about what people were finding out back then. And it starts here, or at least this is what I'll start with @SOShaggy. Nick Monroe, Gamergate icon, has a new 35K follower account, Crabcrawler1, permanently suspended due to stalking Press Hard to Continue / Dodger since 2015. Over 8 years straight. Just once when Dodger became a mom, it got legal. If you saw Dodger threads on V, it was probably Nick posting about her. And we'll get a little more into this, but there's actually some truth to the statement here, because there was a girl that he may or may not have been stalking around the time of Gamergate, and there's a lot of evidence to support that, you know what? That's the reality. Used up bimbo, the Ashton Blaze tried making this into an issue of feminism by falsely claiming Twitter is protecting the Tate brothers. In reality, it's an actual known stalker being removed from criminal activity, but as long as he posts threads attacking Andrew Tate, yeah, that's totally cool, right? In a deleted meltdown, Nick Monroe started to dox and threaten fellow employees at the Post Millennial. That's despite the PM editor, Ian Miles Chog, aka Still Gray, still coming to Nick's defense. It gives context to Crabcrawler's growth and how he's basically been astroturfed by the right-wing media. Yep. And I actually went into Nick's Telegram and I verified that stuff actually existed. And later on, Nick deleted all of it, and then he said, "I'm sorry, I was angry last night." But you know what? He was actually literally texting people and doing all kinds of crazy stuff because people were calling him a ban-evading psychopath and stuff, and, you know, bringing up old shit, which is what I fucking love to do. I love to do that. And wouldn't you know it, Ian Miles Chog and Nicholas Monroe, aka Nicholas Tomaszewski, used to work together, still work together. And now it kind of gives you the idea as to why the Crab Man never liked to support me or whatever, because he knows that his boss man don't fucking like me. And then he even posted this on Twitter. I was Nick Mon 1112. I became Crabcrawler2. Let me stay. Let me stay. And, you know, maybe it wasn't smart for him to associate that account to him and get himself banned or whatever, but, you know, there was a lot of people. I even posted this on my shit. Yeah, you suck cuck for a living. Greg the blank couldn't show his face. Greg was the cuck. Greg was the factor. And yeah, I guess those are text messages that were sent to this Greg individual by Nicholas Monroe after he got banned for the second time from Twitter under his Crabcrawler account. Yeah, he was like telling people that they should invest in security and shit. Why? Why should they invest in security? There's a lot more than that. Ella alluded to him committing crimes. This is just one. Thanks for letting me know. Gonna look into it further. There's a story there including why federal law enforcement hasn't arrested him yet. Why would they arrest him? Should they be arresting him? Update. I have permission to share. Here's his Nick Monroe citing some things in the Rolling Stone articles as the reasons why he has a problem accessing his account. And for whatever reason, it's like, I don't think that this is going to be how he was going to be able to appeal, because this isn't the kind of appeal that's going to get you back on Twitter. Yeah. That's one of the main things that I've been kind of like trying to figure out about this, because I like to stir the pot, right? And I like to make sure that everybody has full information. This is why a lot of these internet motherfuckers don't like me, is because they know that I know everything good about them, and they know that I know everything bad about them too. That's why they don't like having good old Fang Diesel. That's why they don't like having good old Fang Diesel around, dog. That's why they don't like having me around, because I talk shit and I got receipts. So if you go back, you can kind of see that I had already done a thread when he got suspended, right? And I even posted up everything here that you can see. I'm just kind of scrolling it through, but I really wanted to start here because this seems to be probably the best part of the entire thing. So there was an archive today of an article from humanevents.com, the same humanevents.com that none other than Jack Posobiec, good old Jackie Posobiec, be posting on. And then, maybe it's just all of their bots and shit. I don't know. But yeah, the last time he got banned on Twitter, this is what he did actually. But he actually was getting a lot more play from a lot bigger places. Nicholas Tomaszewski, aka Nick Monroe. Twitter does not forgive, nor does it forget, but it should. I never sparked a riot over a speech. I've never chained myself to Twitter's corporate offices. I do not make a daily spectacle of myself, but for some reason, everyone's up in arms about my ban from Twitter. Unlike Milo, Loomer, Alex Jones, those who followed me on Twitter saw me as the stabilizing force in the chaos of social media, but now I'm banned. I suppose I have a story that needs to be told. Oh, yes, I'm Nick Monroe, but that's a pseudonym. My name is Nicholas Tomaszewski. I've gone by Monroe for at least 3.5 years. It sounds catchier. They say my account, which amassed almost 50,000 followers, has appeared on numerous websites as a ban evader, means that I have an old account which is banned, so they banned my new account too. What questions do you have about my old Twitter account? Banned nearly 5 years ago. I made the account when I was 17, when I was a kid. I'm doing a write-up, and I just want to make sure it's worthwhile. So, here, this is an article from Human Events when the @NickMon1112 account got banned. But that was not the first account that Nicholas Mon had banned on Twitter, you see. He's like me, he had a lot more. Now, his big accounts are the Crabcrawler1 account and the Nick Mon account. But there was another account that he had previously. Yes, previously. And this is the account in question where, you know, in the past, he's spent a lot of time explaining this stuff, but in his Substack, he's not really, you know, I guess coming to terms with it or whatever. Maybe he's got it saved for another one or whatever, but don't you worry. I got it for you right here so you can take a fucking look at it. Let's just keep going through this because the more that we look into this, the better that we're going to get an idea on how these folks actually operate throughout this entire time, you know? Being banned on Twitter is a lot like participating both in a court of public opinion and a funeral at the same time. My followers and detractors are judging the body of my work and all of my actions in the wake of the ban. Since I wasn't always the person I am today, but who I am is best described in my interview with Michael Malice. Roughly 5 years ago, I was press fart to continue. PFTC. Press fart to continue, press heart to continue. I made a YouTube account by that name when I was 17 years old, and it was meant to be a fan channel of press heart to continue. I had no idea what I was doing or how my actions would impact me years later. I, just like about everyone else in the world, had grown since I was 17, and I know who I am today. I'm an independent Twitter journalist who spoke out against online censorship before I too was banned. Just to be clear things up, I'm miles away from where I was at PFTC, but that doesn't mean you haven't heard stories about me. PFTC was accused of soliciting nude images, stalking a YouTuber at a convention, and that the police somehow got involved. None of these things are true, of course. What those who tell these stories about me tend to overlook is that in fact, I ran a YouTube channel with over 25,000 subscribers. It wasn't anything I earned through hard work, just attention and luck with no guidance, purpose, or direction. I had no idea what I was doing. I was simply a channel created as a fan of another YouTuber, and it's how I found limited popularity in a sense, and eventually it boomeranged. Yeah. So, think about that. He did discuss this stuff, and we do have more links to look into it. But yes, that's true. He was a very interesting character that was accused of a lot of crazy things. And he was always in these different comment threads and all these other places, and nobody really seemed to know what was going on. In the ashes of a YouTube comment battleground, someone named Total Biscuit chewed me out for everything, rightfully so. I was an idiot and deserved to be publicly reprimanded for my actions. Within his scolding, he gave me one saving grace. He told me if I started over and distanced myself completely from the PFTC moniker, I'd be able to make something meaningful out of myself one day. Something worthwhile and good. Total Biscuit was right. So I burned PFTC to the ground. None of this would get me banned from Twitter, though. And that's where I think he's wrong, because I think this is exactly what got him banned from Twitter, just to be clear. Not anything having to do with the Andrew Tate stuff. That's a nice story. But this, indeed, definitely would be getting you banned from Twitter. And there wouldn't be much that anybody could say or do to say anything else about it. Like, it's pretty fucking clear that somebody made some mistakes here. And he says, what Total Biscuit and I had in common was our involvement in Gamergate. It's an association that would later come back to haunt me in ways I'd never predict. In November of 2014, in an argument between anti-harassment expert Randy Harper and Mike Cernovich, both of whom were fuming over the Gamergate fiasco, Harper posted a picture of a plaque she put up at work amid allegations of harassment from every side of the debacle. I pointed out it was a bad idea to publish that image because it identified her place of work and her phone numbers. The warning was taken as a form of harassment, an infraction against me, so my original account was banned on Twitter. Da-da! Yeah, there we go. So, he originally says that he saw somebody getting doxxed on Twitter, and then he reposted the image of some sort that had doxing information, private information, personal information, reposted it himself on his own account, and then basically got screwed over for it. So that's kind of the reasoning why he got that's why he got banned the first time. So that is the ban that earned me my punishment today. I think I know how. So think about it. He talks about Nick Mon, and the reason the Nick Mon account got banned was the same reason that his other account got banned, right? Well, it's because his other account got banned, and that's the other account that he doesn't seem to talk about with anybody. He doesn't seem to discuss it very much, but oh, wait a minute. Here we go. We have it right here. Right? So even Gamergate's Even GG has managed to weaponize charity. Their efforts have predicated all spite and harassment of their critics. They won't donate to their victims, but they're sure as shit titanize them further. Alex Liftshit, stop lying, little troll. I offered $1,000 to donate his charity. She declined. How good of you to offer Anita 1K to give you her docs. How are you not disbarred yet? Conspiracy, play dangerously. I'll make it easier for you. I won't be threatened. Eared a literal pile of dicks. Free BDSD, conspiracy, play dangerously. What a fucking angry douche this guy is. So, is that who he used to be? The skeleton infiltrator? Is that who he was playing as? Or was he playing as somebody else? All I know is that eat a literal peg of dicks is a pretty good comeback, but at the same time, it kind of seems like there's not much here other than them showing us what his old account name was that got banned, right? Total Biscuit, the person who helped me down the path of redemption, passed away last year. I honored him with my new account on a farewell on the anniversary of his passing a few days ago. Someone clearly saw it, connected the dots, and told Twitter I deserved to be banned again. Effectively, I was banned for mourning someone who helped me. There's Total Biscuit right there. John Bain, his old friend. Yeah. So, Gamergate was the first and most prominent instance of the movement of mass awareness that questioned the quality of online journalism. People were speaking up against present narratives. They wanted something better. Journalists pushed back with denial and censorship, piggybacking on the allegation that the movement was a harassment campaign against women in video games. They described Gamergate as an embodiment of toxic masculinity, a monster made up of male gamers' discontent with the involvement of women in their sacred hobby. Well, nobody will tell you about Gamergate. That is the instrumental in toppling Gawker Media. The established narrative leaves out the fact that it delivered on its goal of holding games media accountable. The movement discovered instances of journalistic impropriety. Most of all, it reinforced the common belief about how we were supposed to be. Journalists need to have accountability. Right. So, here we see him talking about taking accountability for your involvement in online actions, but he's really not taking any accountability for any of the stuff that he did in the Gamergate place, and he still vehemently refuses to acknowledge what actually happened with this Dodger individual, where we still haven't even gotten to that yet, which means that this is going to be super fire. Like, you guys don't seem to understand that this is just going to keep rolling and going, and it's just part of what we have to be at least at odds with. What we need to realize is that this stuff is a lot deeper than you thought from the very beginning, and you got to take a deep breath and look at these guys, because they're seriously into some pretty insane shit. Okay, right? We're talking about Gamergate. We're talking about old shit. And this is why this guy got nuked out. And right now we're getting it from his own words, and we haven't even taken the time to really look at what the other people were saying actually out there during the same amount of time. And it's a little bit shocking, I'm going to have to tell you. So he tries to tell us about his political viewpoints and what he was saying and his confusion, but at the end of the day, he's bummed that he lost a huge account and never really gets into the reasoning as to why he lost that account, right? And the more that you try to get into the Gamergate mythos, the more you're going to get into this crazy shit, right? Like, I know people get angry. Yeah. But we still have the evidence of him basically putting stuff out on people, doxing individuals, putting out their phone numbers and shit in his Telegram stuff. Happy to target his family tomorrow. You freaks. I have your docs prepared. You're not alive. Yeah. He really did all of it. Worst case scenario, I make a new account. Yes, this time he knows for no fucking reasons. Wait, did you get suspended from Twitter again? Aw. Yeah. And that's where we get into, you know, the leaked docs texts and things of that nature. So let's go into a little bit longer, right? Because this Dodger person actually does exist, right? Dex bonus. So let's get into who Droogs is, or Dex bonus is, or whatever. First impressions plus coffee streamer, Dodger Coffee, Cat Cake, Twitch ambassador, Twitch TV, Dex Boon, 335,000 followers. Yeah. Very, very interesting. So this would be the person that they're actually talking about. And if we go back and look at their tweet feed, it doesn't seem like they tweet too much. It seems almost like the last time they tweeted was March 10th, which was the same day or the day after Homeboy got suspended. So we need to reach out to this individual so that we could talk to her about this in more detail on a future stream. But apparently this is one of the girls that Mr. Press Fart to Continue, aka Crabcrawler, aka Nicholas Monroe, aka Nicholas Tomaszewski, was rolling himself after, and she seems to have a rather large fan base. So if we go back to, you know, this.
Let's see. I haven't gotten a chance to go over the whole article, but Crabman has emailed me and I asked him who he thinks is behind it. He said that he believes they're Tate trolls, like Tate mob, because they do tend to congregate and attack people in that way. And there's also a lot of bots which were on Crabcrawler's account. He posted the screenshots of these bots on Twitter that were promoting Andrew Tate and flaming him, and they all had very low follower counts. They all had the same kind of banner, and we can't see that now, though.
The almighty
you go back in my
algorithm.
past stream and probably find it, because I'm pretty sure
The
I covered
almighty
that.
algorithm.
But now his account's banned. All of the evidence, therefore, is also banned. So why is Twitter in on this? Why is Twitter essentially trying to cover for Andrew Tate?
Yeah, dude. Why is Twitter trying to cover for Andrew Tate, dude? Why is Twitter trying to cover for Andrew Tate? I'm pretty Fenty. Yeah. Cool. Cool, Nick. Cool, bitch. Cool. So let's check this out. Yes. Nick Monroe, human event. So this is the first thing. This is where we actually got the archive, and it was from our Kotaku in Action 4 years ago that it was actually posted. And yeah, you know, some people actually talk about some things here that I thought was pretty interesting. A rather long portion of this thread right here. As the title of the subheading suggests, Nick Monroe, Tomaszewski himself laying out everything about him being censored and the rationale being given as it's plainly possible, as well as both acknowledging how some are using his past and running press fart to continue against him, and how he had long regretted it. Yeah, he does talk about regretting it, but does he really regret it? I don't think so. I don't think so. More than anything, he shows the situation. What's this? Robert Downey Jr.? Nice little archive. Robert Downey Jr. asked forgiveness for Mel Gibson. Okay, I got you. You'll notice that he describes Press to Continue as a fan channel of Press Hard to Continue, that he swings around to discuss Total Biscuit without somehow never mentioning the rather well-known young lady and internet personality who owned Press Hard to Continue, Dodger, the woman he stalked and harassed across platforms for a number of years. He's not seeking redemption, he's demanding it without contrition or shame. It's exactly the same presumptuous and entitled psychopathic behavior that got him banned in the first place, both Twitter and here. Fuck him, his precious Twitter asspats. If this unprincipled psychotic loser had been an anti-GG, we wouldn't be having this conversation. He's just another unprincipled loser claiming to be a journalist, a title that this point is well synonymous with unprincipled lying loser. He wants redemption. Give one of his victims to speak up for him. Otherwise, we have no business touching this piece of shit. He's old enough to know better. And then, yeah, right here, here's that tweet longer that we actually looked at right there. So when you look at it, it says, all right, press fart, you want a response? Here's your response. You were not banned from obvious variety of channels for doxing me. We have no proof of that aside from the accounts of many people who frequent the same forum as you. You were banned for being an asshole. You are an attention-seeking, pushy, obnoxious, disrespectful asshole over and over and over again. A little over a year ago, you started spamming my videos with accusations about my personal life and demanding answers. It was the first time I've ever felt scared for my viewer base. I literally wanted to stop doing any YouTube. I couldn't handle the fact that you were going to get all these people to fall in line with you and demand the same things. How on earth can these people claim to care about me and watch my videos and be so awful when I'm obviously hurting and depressed? Dodger, I was just worried about you. Bullshit. I have never felt less like a human being in my life. It was shocking to me. But guess what? I let you stay on my channel. Why? Because I'm an idiot. I kept saying he's just a fan who cares too much and probably needs help. There's no reason. Over time, you wouldn't stop. You demanded to interact with me through a variety of my friends and family and accused me of things that were so baffling and frustrating. I finally determined that you were cancerous to my community and banned you. I banned you for being a dick. Then you started spamming the chat rooms of streams I'm on, and guess what? The mods got annoyed with you and they banned you. Shock. You've attacked many people I surrounded myself with out of a skewed sense of justice for yourself. You've attacked me verbally, and I know that to be true beyond a shadow of a doubt. You've contacted someone's ex to dig up dirt on them. Disgusting. Take your time. You spent putting together your army and get yourself some help. Now, that's my side of the story and the last I will say on the matter. Yeah, so now that we're getting into this, you can kind of start understanding that there was indeed and in fact a lot of beef going in between a lot of different people back in the day. And Nick tries to whitewash the shit out of this thing like it didn't happen like the way that it happened. But a lot of us were there and saw how things were going down and are simply not going to let him lie about what was going down. I mean, literally. The reasoning behind him getting banned in the first place is because he had an account that he was using to harass a chick on, and that chick reported it. That chick's still on Twitter. And you know what? She didn't post about herself actually reporting it. Twitter was the one that said that they did the extensive investigation into it, which means that they probably could see a lot more about this than most people could actually understand from the very, very beginning of it, right? Probably. Even more so, alt-right loser Nicholas Tomaszewski, aka Nick Monroe, who has been banned from Twitter, is using the New Shoot account to attempt to compile evidence anarchists support direct action against concentration camps. New Shoot has been suspended. Despite being based in Ohio, Tomaszewski claims Austrian identity leader Martin Sellner and his California girlfriend Brittany Pettibone are his best friends in the whole damn world. They have been begging to pay for flights to their weddings. Yep. I was raising money via Twitter to go to Brittany and Martin's weddings. They're my best friends in the whole damn world, and I'm going to find a way to get there. PayPal.me/NickMon1112 if you wanted to understand why my situation was so frustrating to me. Well, there you go. Yeah. So he's actually been doing this kind of grift thing for a while. And I mean, do you know who Brittany Pettibone is? Do you know who Martin Sellner is? Austrian identitarian leader. is that like alt-right? Like that's like super alt-right, like almost what? Martin Sellner, the new face of the alt-right or the fall-right in Europe. Ah, got it. Cool. Who would have guessed building a social media following as an independent journalist off the back of Gamergate, which was basically about harassing women in tech, would leave you begging for money and drinking alone in your bedroom? Yikes. Damn. That was a big hit. That's a big hit. And then, yeah. I hate showing kiwi farms on the stream or whatever, but there is a substantially long kiwi farms thread on this guy where we could actually kind of take a look at this stuff. And there's a lot of more information about things, I think. I just wanted to go through the kiwi farms thread because they actually had a good amount of it. But yeah, it looks like it might be down right now. Let's see. Let me try to pull it up again. Error failed. Let me try to go to just like directly to their website. Here we go. He posted on Gab. Nick Mon has been suspended for violating Twitter rules, violating the rules against evading permanent suspension. And then, yeah. No, it's not down. No, it's down for me. Maybe it moved to an address. No, it's not down. See if I can get it on a different one. Maybe my fucking... Yeah, not working on either my phone or my thing. Well, that's weird. Oh well. What's this right here? Oh, god damn it. I clicked it on the wrong way. Twitter permanently bans another journalist, this time Nick Monroe. There you go. This one right here actually gets a little bit more into the Christchurch shit. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the far Kiwi's working right now, dog. I'm using regular DNS. And I'm just getting connecting. Let me try to go to it again directly. Oh yeah, we're gonna go out and get another cup of coffee. Okay. So let's see. In 2019, this thread gained significant traction with his coverage of Christchurch shooting and Jussie Smollett being the two of many popular threads he's produced over the years. The popularity of these tweet threads had helped him reach 47,000 plus followers on Twitter before he was banned. Yeah. So he kept on getting banned, guys. Like, this is the main thing that I think that we got to actually talk about. And it goes even farther back into the history because we still have his, like, you know, actual Telegram accounts. We got his Gab accounts where he doesn't even really seem to be posting on his Gab accounts anymore. Well, actually, no, he did 3 days ago right there. So he's still sort of using Gab. Sort of using it, although it seems like he's definitely not getting the same kind of traction that he did over on Twitter. We also got a connection to... God damn it. Fucking Bing sidebar bullshit. We also have a connection to his actual Telegram, where we can preview the channel. Yeah. And his whole thing of trying to get unbanned on Twitter is he keeps on sending Twitter information in the submission field saying that he's trying to get his Twitter account unbanned because of some reason for Nicholas, or he thinks it's definitely something for Andrew Tate. He's trying to get everybody to think that it's all about Andrew Tate, but yeah. What the fuck? This is a straight up lie. Stalking for over 8 years. It got legal. I haven't been involved with that part of the internet since 2015. he says. And that was from one of the earlier tweets. So, you know what? Maybe you haven't been involved with part of the internet from 2015, but it doesn't really matter. The shit that you did 8 years ago is still relevant today in the eyes of social media platforms. And if you don't believe that, you should probably go and check something out or get something checked out in your little brain or whatever. Because, I mean, legitimately, as we're looking at this, we can see that Nicholas Tomaszewski, kind of doesn't really want to get to the overall juncture here. It's because if Twitter is getting you for ban evading, it's not what you were doing now that got you banned from Twitter, right? It's not a cover up because you were doing threads on Andrew Tate. You think that's the reason you got shut down. That's not what's happening here. It has everything to do with what was going on with this Dodger chick back in the day. Okay? That's where it's supposed to be going. That's where we're supposed to be going with. That's what we're supposed to be looking at. But yes, internet personality, press fart to continue, gives a post and video to unsubscribe for Polaris after 4chan's course concerning internet personalities, particularly female. Here's 9 years ago. He was infamous for stalking Dodger, but then got more famous due to commenting on everything and anything that anyone connected to Polaris posted. It's fucking creepy, and the fact that the dude has a small fan base despite being a weird internet stalker is a little disturbing. He definitely has a small following, decent number of subscribers, and he gets a lot of polite replies in his comment from many people who are aware of him. Oh, here, FY. Oh man, this is bizarre. The most fascinating drama I've seen in ages. That Facebook letter reads like an 11-and-a-half-year-old child prodigy who's been scorned in love, and half a little kid is trying to squirm out of some stuff he did by saying somebody else is shitty. There's also a thread that I think is supporting him, and the other is an object of his affection that posted to the sub on another one. Wow. So wait a minute. We actually have notes and stuff. This was a note that he had posted, but it's gone. More deleted stuff from the Polaris network. Probably shouldn't get involved. Stop giving Press to Fart attention. He got banned from Dodger's channels, Polaris, TB's, Twitch chat. That's it. What's the big crime committed against him? This big conspiracy against him? Instead of getting over it and making a new account like most people, he seems to have dedicated his entire life to tracking down and harassing people he thinks are responsible. Daza, unfortunately, is just his latest target. Latest target. His accusations, he claims Daza used him to get to Dodger. Tell me why Daza, somebody who already was on a weekly podcast with Dodger, needs the help of Fart, someone who did not and does not know Dodger at all, to get to Dodger. Also, the whole ex-girlfriend email thing, as well as being a gross invasion of privacy by Fart, does nothing but suggest Daza and his ex have some trouble between them. Hardly uncommon for ex-couples. So please, can people stop going on about this whole thing? It's a non-issue, but it seems to be hanging over the community like a bad fart. No pun intended. P.S. No, I'm not saying this because I hate Fart commenting everywhere. I could care less about him commenting places, or because I'm a friend of Daza. I'm not. I barely even watch his channel or Magnapod. I'm literally saying this because I am fed up of individuals like Fart trying to ruin good communities. Have a nice day. Wow. The whole situation reminds me of those text messages seen on creepy PMs. Hey baby, please text back. Text back, you bitch. You're just a whore. I don't even care about you. Text back. Please text back. Please text back. Yeah. What's this? Another deleted comment about somebody attacking somebody that eventually got banned or deleted? Wow. There's just so many of these. Press to Fart. A letter from Dodger 8 years ago. always been very wary of Press Fart. He's definitely seemed like one of those creepy Starker fans right from the beginning. He kind of reminded me of I Died a Skate individual. I think that it was his name. Glad Dodger finally put her foot down in this, and I hope Polaris backs her up with everything I have. I hope that individual can get some help, but bare minimum, he needs to be shut down. Yeah. Yeah. Did you know that these guys don't really understand things? But now I think now we're starting to actually figure out about what's really happening in the situation. So if we're willing to give Twitter the benefit of the doubt on things here, it seems pretty fucking clear that Homeboy is having a lot of other issues. Huh. What's this? Let's just play this out here because I'm tired of reading shit out.
I think a lot of us know who this person is. Press Fart to Continue is a very infamous attention whore on YouTube. Although this thread is beginning to sound really biased, it is simply the truth. They make an excessive amount of comments on videos by popular YouTubers. Some YouTubers' videos he comments on are Markiplier, Yamimash, Vinesauce, Mr. Weeble, Anishan, Speedo Sausage and Ego Raptor, although that is just a minuscule portion. While doing a bit of research, I found out that they leaked out personal information from a person called Dodger who's from Paul Aries. Paul Aries has banned Press Fart to Continue from all things Paul Aries related. Staff of Paul Aries even had a discussion with him. Here are the screenshots of it. http://imager.
Wonder if that's still around. Probably not. Nope, they deleted it. Huh. Press Fart to Continue. Rainbow Dash laughing. Interesting. I've seen them on Red to Soup Days and Low Tax channels. I've never even bothered though. Wait a minute. They used to see Press Fart to Continue on Low Tax's channel. Would that mean that we could probably also find Nicholas Tomaszewski out there on Something Awful forums too, especially if he was watching the Low Tax live streams? Yeah, probably. Probably. But even more interesting, look at that. Another account for your boy. Press Fart to Continue. Press Fart to Continue. But the account's not banned. What's going on? I am the one who farts. Gamergate. I wrote bots in the infamous open source OS. I also dyed my dog's hair blue. Now my ball of blue are blue too. There's the Nick Mon account. Medium Tauntaun. I think this is actually banned. Yeah, this post is under investigation and was found in violation of Medium rules. Oh, really? Press Fart to Continue gets banned on Gamergate's most retweeted user. Oh, that's right. He was Gamergate's most retweeted user on a different account, Press Fart to Continue, that got banned. Oh, I didn't know that. That's so crazy. Very crazy, but... AKA Blocker, Mr. Fart. Hi, just helping out here. Wow. Interesting. So wait, we can actually see that this dude was actually writing shit on the Gamergate wikis back in the day? Wow. Can we get our own badges for wiki editors? Can we put those logos I uploaded in the comments section? First off, congrats on being an admin. Second off, badges. You know things are getting in this wiki. Blah blah blah. Oh wow, he was actually an admin of the Gamergate wiki back in the day. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know that was a thing that was happening, but I'm glad that we found this information on the internet to kind of get up and figure this shit out. Yeah. Interesting, right? Interesting, isn't it, folks? There's just so much stuff to fucking go through, dude. Yeah. So much interesting stuff. Games journalism? Is EA getting good again? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But we can see that we tried to do a pretty good search into what we were trying to look at here. And it wasn't until I found this like Gamergate timeline or whatever is that we actually figured out that there was probably more to the story that meets the eye. Yeah, August 31st, MRA activist Mike Sergevich joins one of Gamergate's e-celebs, quickly nicknamed Base Lawyer, joins the movement, grandstanding and taunting Anna Sarkeesian. Interesting. More stuff about a fake account from the founder of Kotaku and owner of Gawker Media spreads the message that there's a whistleblower from the company. Wrong nick, though. January 23rd, GG-affiliated gaming site The Escapists hires press fart to continue, a.k.a. Nicholas Tomaszewski, a.k.a. Nick Monroe, a known Gamergate figurehead and serial harasser who's been at odds with even the other notable Gamergate figureheads. Gamergate can't decide what to do with this blatant display of ethics in video game journalism. Internal Gamergate dramas turns into a slap fight of unethical behavior in video games journalism as Gamergate YouTube channel Pro Team Pill publishes the conversation of Gamergate news site The Ralph Retort, which uncovers how the site owner, Ralph, attempts to undermine other GG news channels. Yeah, so he was all up in that. Wow, they have a couple of things here. Let's just click that, and that. See what we got here. Oops, you've hit a 404 error. We've deleted that shit because we don't want anybody to know that the escapist hired the same exact guy that serially harassed and stalked this chick. Yeah, sure. What is this? YouTube exposes hundreds of emails in a fan funding beta mix-up. Oh, what the fuck? Nick Monroe, the creator of YouTube channel Press Fart to Continue, clicked on an option and was sent to an analytic page which displayed all the email addresses submitted as well as a breakdown of the answers. Oh, this YouTube channel right here for Press Fart to Continue? I wonder if he even exists anymore. Probably not. Oh, no. Not available. User unavailable. And yeah, no, Anna a Turk. I don't know if Anna's a Turk or not. But yeah, there's Press Hard to Continue, but we don't have Press Fart to Continue. But, oh, wait a minute. Here's a video from 8 years ago.
This video is about a certain YouTuber. He is known far and wide for his comments. That's right, as odd as it may seem. Now, if you spend as much time as I do on YouTube, and trust me, as you can see, it's subbed to quite a fuck ton of people, chances are you have seen this user somewhere by the name of Press Fart to Continue. Who is this phenomenon of a YouTube commenter? Legend has it that he never sleeps. Others say he's foreverly bound to the internet and has nothing else to do than comment. And comment. And comment! He is everywhere you are, and he will comment on the video you're watching. It is undeniable. As you can see, he watches videos back to back, non-stop, every day. Now, How can such a human be capable of doing only that? Now going to his channel, you can see his banner, which very accurately depicts where his location is, I might add, which is indeed everywhere. His videos seem to be mostly consisted of random shit from other YouTubers edited into random fashions. And what is this? I'm moving on now. My question is, how did such a legendary commenter get popular by just commenting all the time? I mean, after all, isn't there many that do the same thing? At this point, there are even knockoff channels trying to imitate him, but the truth is, they can't keep up with commenting on every video that has ever existed in the known gaming world, like the original certainly can. Is there a bigger reason behind him being so popular? This isn't leading up to an answer, I'm just blatantly curious. One theory to how he is everywhere is that he is not just a single person, but a whole organization of people. Hundreds, maybe even thousands who share a single account and post constantly to gain likes and people's trust. With the power of YouTube comments, likes on their side, they gain the trust of many innocent bystanders for the plan of world domination. Theory of anti-press fire to continue. Those have to fight against the evil Majin Buu that is press fire to continue. On a more serious note, I will be the voice of the people since you seem to avoid the comments. And my question to you, Mr. Press Fart, is how are you able to be everywhere? Do you do anything else besides stay on YouTube? And how and when did your name start to be known? And I end the video with those 3 simple questions. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, will Press Fart to continue see this video? Will this YouTube no-life respond to the question presented before him? Will he simply ignore the age-old question and continue the mystery? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Of course he will. He's fucking everywhere.
Yeah. I wonder if he actually commented on this video. I'm gonna scroll. Nope, did not. Did not. Yep, nope. Did not. He did not post it. I don't see it. He's Kira. Death Note's reference. Yeah. That's kind of like nutty, dude. Okay. Amazing what you found. Look at that. 11 subscriber. Press fart to continue. 6544. 3371. 17. There's a lot of people that are pressing fart to continue. Huh. Is it weird? Press fart to continue. Chill Nation.
I'm 21, but I never had a clue. I'm hanging.
This is like, this is getting crazy, dude. I didn't know that this was going to get this deep. I had no idea this was going to get this deep. Did you guys know that this was going to get this deep? I didn't have any idea. So this dude was a prolific YouTube spammer, went after some other people, then switched on to Twitter. And then ever since then, he's been, well, very, very, very well known. I didn't really care about Dodger before this, and I definitely don't like her now, but I'm my own fart. What is all this? Flagged as spam. Dodger, I found other work. Someone named the Cringe Channel hired me out to do some freelance stuff. I regret to inform you that you are no longer a priority of my attention against whatever it may seem in your view. Rather, I've turned away by the fact that you were unapproachable even to get one conversation. Compared to my present employer, I find more and more crude how it was to communicate you. The Cringe Channel has welcomed me with open arms. I'm still lurking around TGS, but don't worry, I love this place 110%. Nothing at all will change for me, but I thought that I'd be clear this all up. Whenever a random drifter on 4chan emailed you as unreliable source of information, and the fact you dignified them with the response make me question your judgment more so. I am sorry it had to be like this, and this is what happened, where the failure was to communicate. However, if you wish to discuss these current affairs within the near future, you know where to find me. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? Which is exactly the relationship I wanted to clarify. I never desired nothing more than a light personal and heavy business affairs with Miss Lawson, but she has displayed an incredible failure to communicate multiple times, leading me to clear the recent affairs regarding the line crossing involving myself. I repeat, I did not say anything means in the 4chans, yet it appears I've been scapegoated for whatever random stranger you responded to is false. Which is exactly the relationship I wanted to clarify. I desired nothing more than a light what the fuck, dude? This is crazy shit. Butts to you, ma'am. I am not a notable random as 4chan drifter, so I guess I'll go crossing the line elsewhere. In fact, the terrible communication on your part, where a lot of these problems occur, crossing the line, as you call it, isn't a difficult random to cross when you don't know where it is, and that I've been polite enough to ask and attempt to reach out and contact you about those matters. Really? She's normally pretty good with community interaction. She replies to comments quite a bit. She retweets fans of DIY projects. She even sends happy birthday recipes to random nobody fans all the time. But not with you. She never replies to you. She never tweets to you or mentions you. She never even acknowledges you exist. She did once, idiot. She said, "Butts to you, sir," on November 6th. I remember it because it meant something to me, even if it was just for a moment. Plus, 2 of my videos are accepted responses to things on her channel, so you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I guess... Yeah, I guess we got trubs, dude. I guess you guys finally saw what people can... be, sadly. But Dodger is flat out wrong. When she banned me from her channel, I moved on because I became friends with Panique. She was nice and we had things in common, and it was honestly a better situation. I barely even mentioned Dodger at all. And then she made me Polaris banned me for being cancer? I've requested Imager to take down the album due to malicious nature of the content. As you see, Imager takes it down, but this is the 1000th time they've taken down. The user keeps putting it back, images back up despite this. Remember, it's not harassment if it's doing it to fart. Oh. Wow, look at all these. Damn. It kind of does seem like he was stalking this bitch a little bit. I mean, did Brittany Venti actually look into the history of this stuff? Because Brittany Venti, if you had some creepy dude that was trying to get into your DMs and shit, and try to talk to you or whatever, because he wanted to fuck you or some shit like that, or maybe eat your liver, I don't know, and went to all these links, would you be fucking talking to him or supporting him when he got banned off of Twitter? I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I have to respect Panique's requests. Allow me to share the last message as a reason for my confusion. This last message she sent, no arguments, no nothing. She just dropped off the grid. Huh. Cool. This means I'm famous. I just reported Panique. Huh. Blocker, aka Mr. Fart. Blocker, aka Mr. Fart. Fart to continue. Well, that means that there should be a Twitter account, right? Right? Fart to continue. Account suspended. There it is. So, if you look into all of this, what have we fucking discovered? How many fucking YouTube accounts has this guy got? Come on, dude. We're doing some fantastic investigating over here, and we ain't got a single freaking super chatter grip. Man, y'all are slacking, dude. How can we call this show the Griftcast if y'all ain't sending me money? I don't understand what the reality is here with that, but you know what? I guess it is what it is, dog. Guess it is what it is, dog. So, over the last little span of everything, what have we figured out so far? Well, Dude's had a bunch of different Twitter accounts that have been suspended. All of them seem to have been suspended originally because there was some harassment claims going on with a lady on the internet, and the new Twitter account, the new Ella Irwin Twitter person, seemed to have looked at all of this stuff and decided that, yeah, this guy was stalking a chick online, and sure, he's not doing it now, but he's basically doing the same thing to Andrew Tate, isn't he? Right? Like, his entire account for the last couple of months has just been basically nothing but Andrew Tate, to the point where he was completely blinded to the Eliza Blue situation because of her involvement in the Andrew Tate, or non-involvement of the Andrew Tate situation. So now I look at what we're seeing here, and what are we conjuring up other than we see exactly what's happening with this dude now? We see that this situation is a little different than I think anybody cared to realize in the very beginning, right? Because he was one of those multiple bans. So in order for us, or in order for me to say that, you know what, you could finally get away from this thing, the only way for him to get away from this thing or get over this thing would be to basically not appeal the ban for Nick Mon 1112 or appeal the ban for Crabman. No, he has to go all the way back to the first account that got fucking nuked, press fart to continue, and then he's got to get that one unbanned. And then he's got to get that going on in the future. And holy shit, we just got ourselves a donation right there. Fucking thanks, Sam Adams, for the $5 through the Streamlabs donation. Batman. He says good stuff. Thank you for that generous donation, because yes, that is right. I am the Batman of the internet. Sam Adams 73. Appreciate that.
Patrick Bowser has donated $10 and says, I guess I can afford to send you a few bucks to make this a grift.
Thanks, Patrick Bowser, for that $10 super chat and making this a grift as well. So there you go. We got a couple of fools coming through here making that money rain. But yes, being the Batman of the internet and finding all of the stuff in the investigations makes you wonder, because it's not like Nick was doing anything that I didn't do in the past. I just didn't make threads because, like, I wasn't trying to be like a massive Twitter account. I was just trying to slowly grow my following over a time and have fun with it. And now I'm back, right? So now I'm going to basically do exactly what he was doing, right? Just make threads, dog. Just make threads. Just make threads, right? Make threads. That's apparently the chance of success, but this guy's not going to be getting any type of success unless he goes back to here, because this is where he got banned. This is where all the problems started, and he's never going to be able to come back until he gets this one done, and then he has to get the other one unbanned, and then he can get the other one unbanned, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and according to what we heard from Ella Irwin, right? The Ella Irwin situation is pretty clear on what they think on the whole nature when we go back into it, right? He was suspended after a fairly extensive investigation. We can't comment in detail on legal criminal cases, but the account has violated multiple privacy rules across multiple accounts. So, are they trying to say that on his press fart to continue, he was doxing people, and then on the Nick Mon account, he was doxing people, and then on the Crabcrawler account, he was allegedly doxing people? Or no, he just got hit for ban evasion. But there was multiple accounts that they show that he was using to harass said girl. Even the News Shoot account got banned for its involvement in the situation. So it's like there was literally so many different accounts that he had gotten, nuked on. And then, yeah, Bully Impic Zero. There was another account called Dox Bonus. I think he was at Dox Bonus or something like that. And that was another account that he was utilizing to basically fucking dox people and shit. So, like, legitimately, Twitter has a good reason for banning the dude, right? Like, I'm not trying to, like, say censorship is right. Like, I got censored off of Twitter and shit. They brought me back after I fought, but I didn't do all of this stuff. Not even close, right? Not even close. I had to delete one fucking tweet where I told somebody to go off themselves or whatever. That was it. That's all I had on my shit. That's why I got suspended from Twitter, is because I told somebody to off themselves. Can you believe that shit? So, now that we have this stuff all situated and shoved into your brain, compacted, now you realize why we didn't do this investigation straight up on the beginning side of things, is because it's fucking insane. This is fucking insane. Like, insane. Insane. And that's the thing that we're looking at right now. Like, we started off on a little thing that says the real true press fart to continue. And this is a very, very solid look at who he was back in the day. And if you think that he's not this fucking person today, well, then you're a fucking idiot, because literally we fucking showed you that this is exactly the same guy. He's exactly the same guy. He got banned from Twitter again, and he was literally fucking doxing people in his fucking Telegram because he was pissed. Same shit. It's the same shit he was doing back in the day when he got pissed off for being banned by Dodger. Like, plain as day. You can delete it or whatever, but this is the shit that's way farther to me. People say, oh, DeFango's a bad guy. Guys like Grifty were like, DeFango's a bad guy because he showed pictures in somebody's Facebook account. He's doxing people, and he said he might contact them. Yeah, but I don't. I was just saying it would be easy if I could, but I waited for her to take down her fucking Facebook and gave her a chance to do it so that nobody else would get to it. Yet, here we are. This guy, just because it's not on Twitter, he didn't do it on Twitter, so it's okay. No, it's the same shit. And damn, we just got ourselves a super jet. Let's check it out.
JHWRD has donated $10 and says the pool lies empty. Humor seeks the devoted. Memes are the way. Their words are the map. Their meaning is the road, and their kicks are the direction.
Thank you for that very interesting word. Sounds like some cicada stuff integrated with some other shit, but we appreciate your $10 donation, Jethward, JHWRD. We appreciate that. And Epiphany seeks the devoted. Manuel likes money. Thank you for sending it. Amen. Amen. Yes, amen. Well, do you get where we're at with this? You know, did you think that this was going to end up the way that you thought it was going to end up? Because I could pretty much tell you right now that it ain't ended up the way that you thought it was ending up. Yeah. And it just gets worse, dude. He wasn't alone. He wasn't just going after other people or anyone else. There's a lot of other people. Press the fart on legalizing gay marriage. People want to marry items next. Their cars, fences. What about marrying your dog? Should we allow that? Should Dodger be allowed to marry Sherlock? What the fuck, dude? Blocker. Mr. Fart to continue. What's the true value of fighting? What's the true value of what you're fighting for if you do it like this? What's the definition of equality, Will? Stepping on everyone else in the process? Will of DSC, who's coming to kill you? Nobody will. That's the institution that will make you believe that. It's making you think this is the only way of dealing with these things that you're free to think that you see. As you see, but repressing other people's beliefs in the process makes you just as dirty in your hands. You're shouting at the mirror. Tell me where the white man is, Will. Doesn't he fit in diversity too? It seems not in our society. Diversity has gone away from equality. Does the definition or dictionary definition exclude races, preference, and definition? No. People make exclusions. Troll, white man is so oppressed. Free whitey. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Sons Obama, kill white people. Hope you feel good. Wow. He has his beliefs. You don't like people stepping on yours, right? Don't piss on his. Yeah. You really do learn a lot from people when you look into their old tweets and their old comments and everything that they say. And you can start to realize that some people are always about showing exactly who they are in their outward appearance. Like me, what you see is what you get, right? Like, if I'm tired, I have less energy, and I'm like, yo, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep. And you're going to be all like, well, you got to go to sleep. And I'll be like, robot needs to recharge, motherfucker. Motherfucking, I ain't the Energizer Bunny unless you got some of that white stuff. Then yes, the whole party all fucking night. Just don't give me too much or my fucking heart will probably explode or something. But we can see here that, like, with Nick, he had this old persona, right? This old persona that was a very prolific troll and well known. And when all of that went by the wayside because he was stalking and harassing a girl and took it too far and doxed her and shit, he then invented a new persona, right? The Nicholas Monroe persona, which wasn't him. He's Nicholas Tomaszewski, but he invented the persona Nick Monroe and became a gaming journalist, right? And then after he became a gaming journalist, he got banned again because they realized that he was press fart to continue. And then after that, he came back as the Crabcrawler guy. And then got banned again when everybody realized that he was the guy from before. And then it starts going into how many accounts that the dudes had suspended, and it's innumerable. Like, I don't think that I could actually find every single account that is out there, but I'm sure that somebody was probably doing it. And I mean, even Nick was like going so crazy. I think somebody in the fucking chat actually is perfectly aware. Defango, Nick was replying to his own Twitter replies. He would argue with himself, debate himself, and even sometimes agree with himself. And yes, he was doing this on multiple different Twitter accounts. And he was working with Ian Miles Chong recently, and even back in the day. He's so in it with all of the alt-right, it's unbelievable. That's what he would say. Oh, I'm going to work with all these people. We're going to do all this stuff. But in reality, he was just using and abusing the alt-right's like machine to get himself more popular, because he's just one of many Twitter people that were like this, right? Like, he's on the microchip type level of shit, if you didn't know, you know, like, it seems like he's as prolific in his past, except for in his particular situation, there's been a lot of instances where he's just gone way off the rails and basically either A, doxed himself, B, something else, like, right? Like, even if you used to go look at Twitter, if you look at Nick Monroe, Crabcrawler1, you can still see him saying, hey, bring back Nick Monroe. And it's because he wants to get back his big Twitter accounts, because him having 250,000 Twitter accounts that he can use to talk to himself is like his fucking wet dream, right? And then he doesn't want people to go back to the press to fart to continue Twitter account, right? Because that's where all the bad stuff happened, right? That's where the bad stuff happened. We don't want the bad stuff. We don't want people knowing about that. So it's like he's in a really interesting place right now, because I don't even think that we really have too many archives for it. We could go try to look. Oh, look, we do. We do have archives. Let's go to 2014 in July. Ah, there we go, right there. Ah, yes, tweets. Look at that. Or did he have 1,800 followers, or was he following 1,800 people? Grumps Wiki admin, Let's Player, extended bio, only farts sometimes, Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah. He still had it, bro. Good, my channel has 300k views, and 200k of them are from Peanut Butter GMR animated short alone. Total Biscuit, happy birthday. I guess Twitter was a really different time back in the day. Very different time. I wonder when he finally got blocked or suspended. We should be able to actually figure that out. I told Zoe to lay down on the bed. She actually did it. Absolute mad woman. Block to Fart. Zoe Quinn. Hey, bro, let's listen to this. Good. Never. Mundane Matt. Good. Never apologize or submit to mob rule. Hey, bro, listen to this. This game supports more than 2 players. Yeah, maybe Nick does really need to go outside and touch grass. Yeah, dude. DKZ Venti's not going to be talking about the Ian Miles connection because she doesn't fucking know about it, dog. You think Brittany Venti's got these kind of chops, bro? Sorry. Fucking Brittany Venti. What's this? Derek Escapist, press fart to continue. Izzy. Let's see. I'm going to have the robot read this one so I can just chill back and hang out just because I'm awesome. And then we'll go look at the links.
Various communities are aware of parts of this story, but others are not. What follows is a consolidation of the information available. Back on the 25th of September 15, The Escapist posted a particularly damning, lopsided hit piece article accusing Cloud Imperium Games of serious wrongdoing and violations of federal equal employment opportunity laws.
CIG?
Lizif620 was the writer of the article and at the time claimed Derek Smart was not a source. https://archive.is/rwakv #sign selection -849.0-849.211. Responding, CIG threatened legal action against The Escapist, and
yeah, we might just be all talking about ourselves. I don't know. Okay. The robot broke. After it read that link, the robot broke. It was just like, I don't know what to do with this.
Responding, CIG threatened legal action against The Escapist, and also claimed Lizzie was at Istagai, and was in collusion with Derek Smart in fabricating the article. What follows is the strong evidence supporting 1. Derek Smart the source of the article and 2. At Pressfato continue / at Istagai / at Nickmon1112 assisted Derek in the article's fabrication and narrative, including related doxing and harassment. Derek's first mention of hiring a researcher is from his Interstellar Justice article.
Is that
The
another
researchers
fucking
I hired,
account, dude?
paid by the hour, they're not cheap. From the same online group, say they've never before seen so much conflicting information in any project. As in ever. He then goes on to mention this multiple times on other forums, especially in regards to doxing other users to threaten their silence, Accelerate, Dolvac, Ilovecrium Soda, and Nitrotypat.
What? Is the guy? It says that right here. Press the fart to continue. Is the guy. And Nick Mon 1112 assisted Derek in the fabrication of an article against Cloud Imperium Games. Say it ain't so. God, I'm gonna run out of fucking tabs again. Wait, no. Wait, I guess I could just put is the guy, right? I bet you it's fucking it is the guy something. Wait, fuck. Where was it? Shit. I have too many tabs open. I gotta get rid of some tabs. Yeah, Brittany.
That's very odd.
Well, yeah, it's very odd.
Who posts all the news about him, who has all the evidence.
It's about Andrew Tate, Brittany.
Tell
me more about Andrew Tate, mommy.
Nonsense.
Show me that Andrew Tate, Milky. What the fucking stupid. Fucking do a Google search, god fucking damn it. It is the guy. Okay. Do a fucking Google search or something, god damn it. I expect more out of you. Twitter.com/is the guy. The account doesn't exist anymore. Press like, everyone. It's good for the almighty algorithm, as David Bucky says. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't make a thread for... yeah, that's right. It's because I'm going to make the video first, then I'm going to make the thread, then I'm going to sit on and rotate for a couple of weeks, and then see how it goes. Just so that I could go back to the video, and if they ever ask me anything about it, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember the Eliza Blue shit. Just watch my videos. Watch my video, and then laugh. Or don't laugh. I don't care. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are fucking hilarious. Now, let's hear some more.
Derek's first mention of hiring a researcher is from his Interstellar Justice article, The Researchers I Hired, paid by the hour. They're not cheap. From the same online group, say they've never before seen so much conflicting information in any project. As in...
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of links right here. So let's see. Derek claims this researcher was skilled and he like a bloodhound on steroids, something awful before revealing the personal information of each of those people to threaten them into silence. And hanging on to his every tweet is this guy sometimes even engaging in the harassment itself. This eventually led Derek to creating a subreddit named Accelerate Wrath, where he posted personal pictures mocked and posted lies about the user that led to Derek's eventual global ban from Reddit. This activity also resulted in a suspended Twitter account for doxing and harassment. Derek's retaliated by releasing the doxing to obtain personal information and threatening Dole Valak due to the fact he was responsible for Derek's global ban. So he was talking about Nick Mon, huh? Talking about good old Nicholas Monroe. This community is banned 7 years ago. 7 years ago, eh? 7 years ago. What's this? D Smart, Derek Smart, one of my researchers? Bloodhound on steroids? Found all your information? Nice. Look at that. Doxing people? What's this? Another one for D Smart? Damn, son. Are they saying this? PDF, the abusive white knights in the Star Citizen community. Oh, if you look at his thread and Twitter feeds, he's one of my top harassers. I'm rounding them all up like cattle for the blog, and then I'm going to link all their social media feeds. Hey, Blank, if you don't knock it off, I'm going to get my people in touch with your dad, Blank, and let him know that you're harassing people on no line. No further warnings. Go play a game or something. Yeah. The internet is a cesspool. And then how did we get back to Star Citizen? How did we get to Star Citizen? We're talking about Star Citizen. Dude. That game, he played Star Citizen too. Holy fuck. Oh god. What is happening, dude? Come on, this can't be fucking real. Knowledge.mp3 is fucking unbelievable. So how does this guy press fart to continue Nick Mon connect to the escapist to Derek Smart? First, Derek knew about the article before it ever went up, and he was accused of shopping the article around to many outlets by Chris Roberts of CIG. This isn't the first time Bandit and Derek have shop fabricated news either. BTH, Derek Radio claims Derek Smart got in touch with the Bandit to speak with William Usher for collaboration on another hit piece. This supports CIG's response to the Escapist article, in which they state, "We have been advised by several reputable gaming publications that they have been offered these stories, but refrained from pursuing them because there's no hard evidence and not enough sources. This indicated that the fabricated stories have been collected, were shopped around by a common source to find somebody who could be fooled into publishing them." DS, claiming the spokesperson role for the group of sources, said that he's willing to testify under oath. God, so much fucking details, dude. Look at this. Even more stuff. Derek Smart, Pixelmancer, talking about Star Citizen, shopping around fake news stories. Oh, the media got deleted on Vocodoroto. Oh, but they still have some of these other ones. Derek Smart, Elf Q Fish, Lizzie Unsmundy. So there's probably another one of his accounts here. Maybe if it's even this Tyler Durden account. Who really doesn't know at this point? Huh. They decided to make a pariah and bullshit Darius Mark versus Chris Roberts war while ignoring the virtual heist of 90 million in gamer money. As stated in my upcoming blog, several of the media knew all about this, but decided to bury the story because it was me sounding the alarm. Isn't that weird how that like happens, guys? Like people make up things and then all of a sudden the shit just goes into overdrive, bro. The shit's just going into overdrive. You couldn't even have gotten me into this stuff. So when accused of being the same person, Is the Guy retaliates and promptly deletes his replies. Lizzie knew him. He knew the guy. Is the Guy vouches for him. Is the Guy press part to continue. Nick Mom have all the same posting patterns, follow, talk, tag the same people, but Nick Mon is the most interesting one because he's a writer for The Escapist. As of October, his Escapist account and Total Biscuits evidence is Nick Monroe is press part to continue due to his ownership of the YouTube channel that used to harass Dodger. So his source of The Escapist is glorified, unverifiable train wreck hit piece of an article full of criminal allegations and worse was hired as a writer shortly after it went up. I think it's important to bring to light that not only is Nick known for harassing Dodger, aka Press Hart to continue, but also for colluding with Derek Smart to dox and harass people from the Star Citizen community, eventually landing him a job as a writer for The Escapist. I post this here as well due to the other thread related to Press the Fart to continue, which omits or is unaware of the history of harassment related to CIG in collusion with Derek Smart, who has numerous times tried to co-opt the Gamergate movement for his own means to harass and threaten the Star Citizen community. He has absolutely not been silent. He just stopped targeting Dodger directly. That's it. So could you believe that, you know, these are the same people that we had on all of this stuff? Like, people don't know the history and all of this stuff. And some people do know the history of this stuff and choose not to talk about it. But I wanted to get on top of it before anybody else started making videos because, you know me, I'll start stepping on next if I got to. Reminder, the guy's original name, Press Fart to Continue, was based on someone else's Press Hart to Continue because he was stalking them. Hey, is the guy, at least I don't want to fuck or jack off to people I dox. Holy fuck. Is the guy, you're not denying part of where you want to fuck Dodger and Gel and stuff, though. Is the guy, so that's something you're into then. Is the Guy is also a fella known in the comments of every YouTube video ever. Oh yeah, shit posting central, all right. He is definitely the guy. He is the guy. This is the guy, right? Look at that. Aiden, fart to continue. Situation is how I got to know it. I actually believe he's innocent. Those issues led him to acting out offensively. Thusly, shit happened. Fart is good people. He has proof of his innocence. Oh, I'm sure he does. Yeah, drama mega threads. And yeah, there is an entire drama mega thread that goes over everything that we were talking about. Everything has been deleted by the fucking place. New comments have been disabled, but yeah, there was a whole entire thing that had happened with this guy in the Star Citizen Gaming when they were making up fake stories and demand letters to CIG, doxing people and stuff. And this is after he was already done doxing that Dodger chick and harassing her for many years. So it's like he just kind of goes from one community to another community. And much like in the Eliza Blue situation, once again, people are coming to basically support this guy without ever actually doing any type of work into understanding who this dude actually is. So here I am to do the good work for you guys so that you guys can actually understand and know that not only are we the king of this investigation online shit, we get it done in the background sometimes, and we're still fucking way ahead of all these other little bitches. So let's see. 8chan, Quinspiracy. Later, Ray Wiz sent me a DCMA request. Hey, Ray, 8chan, is this a fucking email from none other than that little piece of shit, Frederick Breton? The little Nazi fucking, what's it called, pedophile porn looking at motherfucker that used to own 4chan and tried to pass all that shit off on fucking Jim Watkins? That little motherfucker? Yeah, that motherfucker. Oh, Infinite Chan. Yeah, no idea who that is. Is this all in the beginning of this? What is this? Webchan, 8chan.co, burgers. Millennium Copyright Acts. People trying to get stuff taken down. Depression Quest and all images from it are copyright, so quit. I request on her behalf that you remove all of the content immediately or we will file a lawsuit. Yep, that's from back in the day before the Watkins were ever even involved in 8chan. That was Frederick Brennan himself right there. The bozo himself. The dipshit. Oh wait, wrong one again. Kind of weird. You know, like we tried to collect as many of these things as we possibly could, but you could see that a lot of it's just deleted, man. But our friend Nick seems to be popping up in all kinds of other things. Like there was even that time that he got all these YouTube creators' emails and info part of something that he was looking at or he signed up for and sent out, and basically a privacy breach went out and he was the guy that was behind all of it because he somehow gained access to a portion of the Google Docs responses summary because they set it up wrong. Yeah. I guess it's just very weird, you know? When we actually look into all of this stuff, you can start to realize that maybe, just maybe, the things are a little bit weirder than you thought. Yeah. Maybe things are just a little bit weirder than you thought. Right? Now, I guess the next thing that we could do is probably reach out to comment from Mr. Nicholas Monroe and ask him directly and say, hey, Nick, why did you decide that you didn't want to talk about a lot of this other stuff associated with what we've been looking into about over there? You know? Why haven't you been talking about this one, you know? You seem to have not talked very directly about some, and I really wish that we could get into the actual Kiwi Farm stuff, because the Kiwi Farm stuff would be even better, but for whatever reason, I don't know, it's not working right now. I guess the website's down again or something like that. I can't get it from my phone or from my internet or whatever. Maybe it's like DNS issues, possibly. I mean, I got manual IP address server set. So, I gotta put it on automatic. Let's just go automatic. Let's see if that fixes it. Beanie. I don't know. It keeps telling me connection to the site's not secure, and it ain't letting me through. It ain't letting me through. Why aren't you let me motherfucking through be do? Yeah, ain't working. So we'll have to save that one for a later date, I guess, which is probably the more juiciest part of this whole entire thing, I would have to say. But yes. So, as we've looked at this, we can kind of see that Crabman, is he the guy that we want to get behind when we're trying to get somebody back off? Because back in 2019, he tried to use the same cred the same amount of followers and everything. He basically was in the exact same boat, and it happened to him again. And here, he's basically trying to say it's all about him getting banned on the Nick Mon account. Or no, it's about me being banned on the Press the Fart account, but I don't want you guys to really look too far deep into this. No. It's actually all about the Andrew Tate stuff. It's the Andrew Tate stuff that's really getting people pissed off, right? So how do we move forward in this one? Well, I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to send him a copy of this video, reach out to him and be like, do you have any comments, concerns? Would you like to come on the channel and discuss some of this stuff? I would like to see what's going on with you. And then we're going to leave this one to the rest of the YouTubers to figure out whether they're going to jump onto it. I mean, we saw Brittany Venti got onto it. She's all like, oh no, Twitter is censoring people. We're censoring people. I mean, Brittany, just delete the fucking tweets, girl. Like, shit. Delete the tweets. Quit your fucking fronting right now. I'm sick of it, dude. I'm fucking sick of it. Stoned. Like, I understand bimbo power, but that shit is like, you're taking it too far. It's gone to the extreme, and you need to come back down to fucking reality and, you know, stop picking these weird, ridiculous battles. But hey, maybe you really like Nick and you think that he's changed, and you know, that's fine. But for me, he hasn't changed. He's the same guy he's been this entire time. He's just done better online because he's happy that people don't know it's him and then are retweeting his shit, and he's getting bigger. And then the second that it gets taken away from him, he goes right back to doxing and all that other shit. So is it somebody that you really want to get behind and support? I don't know. I'm not here to make that decision for you. I was just here to give you all of the information that seems to be available at the present time, and then allow you to make your own decisions on how you'd like to move forward in the situation. Because, you know, just like what people did with me, they definitely started treating me real shitty all of a sudden. It's like overnight we were the hot shit, and then overnight we became the not shit, with a entirely large fan base that definitely owes us a few months at least. So I guess at the end of the day, you gotta show these people how it's done, increase your variability and viability on them, and show them that, yeah, Nick did a pretty interesting job with his like threads, I guess, but you know what? Was it really his operation, or was he working with the much bigger one? Was he leveraging his associations to all these other gaming journalists, like namely Ian Miles Chong, who was also banned from Reddit for fucking selling influence and shit like that, and then realized that this is just a big incestuous club of people that have been trying to make it be through shady means and doing shady shit and getting caught for it, and then trying to act like they don't know each other. Right? Yeah. What do we really know? Well, I guess we know that he's a member of the alt-right. His name's Nicholas Tomaszewski. He got banned from Twitter, and now really, what can we say about him? Do we support it? Do we not support it? Do we just say, I guess maybe he's cool, maybe he's not cool, or whatever? Maybe he did some good work in the Andrew Tate case, but then again, I don't really seem to agree with that. I think at the end of the day, he did screw himself over by publicly showing that he was Crabman on Twitter, but the press the fart to continue stuff that's been around since 2014 is very, very vexing, considering the fact that recently he was doing shit that was exactly like the stuff that he used to do, while still claiming to have been rehabilitated in a completely different person. And remember, he's already tried this grift through human events back in 2019 to basically no effect whatsoever. So should we really support it? I mean, I hope Nick can find a better way of moving forward and decides that, you know what, maybe doing doxing and acting like this isn't what it's really about would be the case. Like, honestly, that's what Nick should do. She should just be super upfront about it. Get the press the fart continue account like reinstated, and then work on getting the other two reinstated. But it seems like he's got a lot of work, and whatever extensive investigation that was done by Ella Irwin seems to be pretty extensive based on my understanding of things, because if I've looked at all of this stuff, dude's been banned a lot of times, and most of the accounts that he's been banned on, he was actually doing bad shit. When they look back at me, well, no, I wasn't doing bad shit. They were just banning me because, oh yeah, what do they call that? Ban evasion. Right, ban evasion. Yes, ban evasion. So, you know, maybe it's not smart to tell people that they suck pee-pee for a living and call him a F word, but, you know, he did it himself, right? I think that he did all of this himself. And, I mean, if the Bimbo Squad, like, is gonna come to his defense or whatever, that's cool and shit, yo, but y'all are fucking bitches. Is all as far as I can say, because did we get that kind of smoke when we got suspended on Manuel DeFango? Fuck no, we didn't. Were they doing that shit for me? Fuck no, they weren't. Oh yeah, that's just fucking DeFango or whatever. Yeah, dude, you guys fucking support this guy, but you're not gonna support the guy that fucking ended QAnon and shit like that, man. Telling the truth. Y'all are fucking bitches, is what I gotta say. Suck a pee-pee.
He didn't do anything to violate the TOS, but here's Ella Irwin, head of trust and safety, besties with Eliza Blue, who censored me, saying it was fair. It was a fair and just extensive investigation. Oh, just like mine, right? Where was that extensive investigation when my account got locked for posting a screenshot from a public video that Eliza Blue...
There wasn't an extensive investigation. I think I did the extensive investigation. Somebody said something about a Michael Malice video. Oh, yeah.
Their kid here.
We did have a Michael Malice
right
video.
Now with where I've gone, you know?
But, I mean, did you go to J school?
No, I am just someone who came out of Gamergate, and I was like, I might as well give this games journalism thing a try. And
yeah,
I was able to see all the fundamental flaws with what they were doing, and I was able to essentially fix that and make it into strengths. You know,
you to me are what the promise of the internet was supposed to be about.
Bully Pix Hero, no, the Ella is friends with Eliza thing has never been corroborated. The only thing that we've ever seen is them talking on Twitter one time, so that's basically it. Although there was other information that says that they could have possibly been met or together at some point, but both of them have denied it. So no, it's never been corroborated.
Be about, which is some kid with his computer and a lot of spare time, and probably like all of us a little bit on the spectrum, so is very good at focusing on things, can find lots of information without leaving their house and have that information be revelatory and of use. What is your process when you're covering a story?
I try to see what the audience wants to know, like relevancy. Relevancy is the number one thing. Like, it's why I started applying people's Twitter bios to tweets. Like, when I screenshot their tweets, I add their bios to the side, so you know what the heck this person is and what their position in, you know, the world in our society is. And it's gone such a long way because people actually have context.
Right. So let's compare that to the mainstream press. What do you think the mainstream press gets wrong the most?
I think like accountability is number one. Like, what in the world is the process of which they present information? I have no idea sometimes where these people are coming off in their articles, and the Christchurch situation is the climax of that. And it's very, you know, evident in their attacks on PewDiePie, because the New Zealand shooter said subscribe to PewDiePie before he committed those atrocities.
Which is a meme. That phrase is a meme.
Not
yes.
PewDiePie.
Okay. Let's provide context.
And
people.
PewDiePie disavowed it immediately, but the backlash from the media and they were like figuratively choking him out. And PewDiePie is someone who's never buckled. But after this latest media...
I mean, bro. This is so crazy just to think about it. And there's not that really many things. Wait, what's this? Joy Sparkle calls out everyone. Guess Keemstar, Geek Thulu, Nick Monroe.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to yet another Warski Live. How you all doing? Hope you all.
He was
doing
on
great.
Andy Warski with
Um,
Kumi.
I verified the claims. The claim of Joy Sparkle about us having mutations as humans is true. And yes, they are often due to radiation.
And real
Mr.
fast.
Arzion, yeah.
Okay, Keemstar.
This guy follows me on Twitter. I don't know where I know him from. Oh yeah, here we go.
Chambers wanted to hop on, but I don't want to add too many people. But Nick, I'm sorry. What did you want to say to JF? And JF, you respond. Joy,
JF, that's what his name is.
One more time.
When
I just saw her mute her microphone.
I did.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
okay.
good.
Okay.
I'm just saying, JF, doesn't it strike you as weird that she lied and then decided to hide on that until she wanted to burn Rose?
Wait. Your question includes a premise that was not demonstrated. You claim that she lied.
She said in the top video, I am not talking with Tim or Rose about this secretive information I have. In the bottom video, she said, yes, I talked to Tim back then. So basically,
it doesn't matter. She has the right to her private conversations and not displaying them. There are thousands of reasons why a public
not when they're
personality-
entangled in a high-profile case involving the Daddy 05 situation.
You're grasping at straws, my dude, because your article attributes a crime to her that she did not commit. So trying to find one lie,
tell me why
even
Tim
that would be insufficient. Now, that being
Tell
said,
me
I
why-
will respond to your earlier question, because your question was, why didn't she clarify this with me? And I will give you the response that two people I really hate would give, and they gave in different situations. That's Anita Sarkeesian and Sam Harris. Sam Harris, when he was defamed on the Young Turk, he explained that to Cenk Uygur. He said, look, you defame me, and now you force me to come on your show, so you make more money out of your defamation because I get on your show, my viewers come to your show, and now you make money not only with the defamatory article that you've put up on me, but you also make money on my correction. A victim of abuse and defamation doesn't have to talk to her abuser. And you're the abuser in that case. When you commit defamation, you live with it, and you create a situation where the person doesn't have interest in talking to you. Because if they talk to you, either publicly or privately, you're going to make another article, and you're going to make more money out of the original defamation article. You're going to establish a correction, and you're going to gain credibility. There is no reason for someone who's getting defamed to engage with his abuser.
I'd like to ask you, honestly.
You idiot! Yeah, he's actually totally 100% right there, though, is that this is another indication where we actually saw that people wouldn't want to talk to this guy in certain indications in certain spaces because they didn't like basically how he moved forward on these people, right? And the way that he was utilizing his journalism to basically get them to talk to him, and so that he could grift more money off of it. So it's like he's a very well-known individual in the space, right? It's very clear to me how he actually got his success in the very first place. It was creating drama and moving through different communities in order to make himself great. And this is from the Nick Bond era, where Crabcrawler has always just been hidden about. It wasn't until he started seeing me in Twitter spaces and stuff like that that I think that he actually started to switch it up a little bit. Because once we started beefing a little bit, he changed his tune after he figured out that the Eliza Blue was about to nuke his entire Andrew Tate investigation. And even at the same time, even at that time, he was utilizing the same tactics that now this JF character is talking about what was going on 3 fucking years ago.
I'm sorry, I don't like the fact you call me an idiot, but I'm gonna put that aside for
Put down the soy.
Okay.
Put down the soy, okay? Let's all just
I'd like to ask you what ethical grounds Tim Conlon, Rose's lawyer, had to involve Joy in the first place.
What's that got to do with you?
It's a third party. What the fuck are you talking about?
Tim Conlon was Rose's lawyer, and Rose is Hall is the
What's
biological.
your legal expertise? Did you go to?
Are we doing a trial of the liar of someone else?
If you want to talk about the situation, I'm ready to talk about the situation. If you let me.
I don't give a shit about this situation. I don't even give a shit as I researched it. I cared about the facts and whether your facts were supported.
And the fact is Tim
They are
Conlon
not.
involved Joy
You
Sparkle
defend
BS.
Joy Sparkle BS. That's as simple as this. It doesn't matter some lawyer who did something else with someone else. What the fuck are you talking about?
Under what ethical grounds did Tim Conlon have to
Are you just spinning words like this?
I'm asking him to
That's
get
what he
answer.
was doing on my show.
Just spin and manipulate. That's why I get angry and I yell at him, because nothing else stops him from this cycle of horseshit. First of all, Nick, whatever he told me, I didn't release. So and even if he did tell me things, so what? I sat there and I said nothing. And even if I did, I legally could have said, excuse me, I legally could have said it. And that's why, and this is the funny part. Nick Monroe, excuse me. Nick Monroe was the, excuse me, little shit, excuse me. Nick Monroe was the one that actually released. Nick Monroe was the one that actually released the information that I had. He released what he thought he could get. So you were the one that released the information I thought you were trying so fucking hard to protect.
Mr. JF, Rose Hall told Tim not to talk to Joy, and he continued to talk to Joy. How about now?
That's not where.
Rose also continued to talk to Joy, even though she told everybody
we cannot do the trial of someone else.
You're putting me on trial here.
No. Yes, the people who are here, we can talk about what they've done. I won't do a trial on a third party when the question is whether your article was defamatory or not. What do we care about what Rose did and whether she talked to Joy? Is it illegal to talk to people, you idiot? No, it's not.
Gag order involved?
You're gonna notice that.
Do you know what's a gag? Okay, that's the fundamental point, and we need to get to it. You are so ignorant on legal matters that you don't know what a gag order is.
Thank you.
Oh, explain it to me then.
No, define it. I want to see what's in your brain.
People that were inside the courtroom aren't allowed to talk about the matters of which.
Wrong. Do you have another option?
Just
do you
like
have another try?
that
You get 3 tries.
3 tries. Let's go. Number 2.
Mr. Journalist.
I'm not gonna bother with the other 2 tries.
You know, you got Google, right? You could just hit that. You could just type. You could just type in, gag order, and it'll probably give you a quick little definition that might help you out there, buddy.
Look up bankruptcy. One more. If you could look up bankruptcy for Repsion, he needs help with that too.
Okay, everyone
Just so you know, Nick, a gag order is for particular individuals. It's not a broad sweeping definition that's applied to everybody within a room.
Wouldn't it apply to Tim Conlon?
It would apply. It would most likely apply to Tim Conlon.
And he talked to Joy.
But shut your cocksucker.
And he talked to Joy
for a second.
You don't get it. Oh my god.
It was applied to Mike Martin, Rose, and I believe Tim and Mike Martin's lawyer.
And Tim broke the gag order and to talk to Joy.
Hold on,
so did Rose.
And this is what you don't understand. This is what you don't understand, Nick. I talked to lawyers afterward because unlike you, I do my research, and they said technically it's not illegal for him to say something to you as long as you don't say anything. And even then, he gets a slap on the wrist. But in the off chance anything worse happened, I thought, what if there was a possibility, let's say they removed him, and then I'm the one that makes it so Rose doesn't have a lawyer. So what I did that you didn't do, I shut my mouth to protect the kids, where you and Chambers, which Chambers has since apologized, and I've forgiven her. Excuse me, you put out that information. You were the one that first put it out, not me.
When did Geek Dulu go around and say, "Hey, guess what, everybody"?
But you put out that information when you
shut your fucking.
Wait, Geek. You have to let him respond. I'm trying. It's 3 against 1 right now.
Wow. Damn, son. These guys are just whoa. Wow. Damn, son. I did not know it was like that. What's this? Oh, there's the On the Beat, You're Welcome with Michael Malice. Nick Monroe on his passion. Oh, that's the tennis player Nick Monroe, not this other guy. Huh. Maybe that's why he picked the Nick Monroe name, is because he was trying to use that. Nick Monroe gets butthole struck by Geek Thulu on Worski.
Show the audience some really hinky shit that was in the article that like really shows me that you're not interested in the
No,
truth.
I'm not done.
I'm not done with you, faggot.
Wait, hang on, Geek, just let him finish his statement, and then we can move on.
I don't like the name calling, but okay. So yeah, this led on a wild drama goose chase where Joy Sparkle BS had a, she made these You Now streams that basically took the piss out of the situation and stirred up the drama. And the You Now streams magically get deleted and vanish unless people save them. And Joy, how many YouTube channels have you strucken down with DMCA claims because they uploaded your You Now
Gamer
streams?
word.
I'm curious.
Because they uploaded my You Now streams?
Yeah, I have like 3 examples here. VHS archive, emphasis on BS.
Okay.
Oh, the people that were doxing her?
Yeah. My
The people
doxers,
were
my
doxing
harassers.
her?
You mean the woman?
some girls
Hold on, shut the fuck up. You mean the woman? The Luna VHS archive, and I have the tweet if anybody wants to see it. The woman who put out where my boyfriend works and said she's gonna call and get him fired and asked other people to do the same. Are you saying them?
It was that old woman who was on Kumite the other day?
Melinda.
Andy,
Oh, Melinda. That
Andy,
was Melinda.
That's
yeah.
Melinda, and I want to tell you, we all sat and talked. She now realizes she's been played, and she's asked to come on if you want her on. It's your show, but she's asked she wants to say something if you want her to.
All right. Let's just
Okay.
do one at a time.
Sure.
One
There
at
was
a
a
time.
pattern that I saw come up where, you get people's real names and addresses when you send out a DMCA. If they want to counterclaim, they have to put in their legal name and their
All right.
legal information.
I have a question though. I have a main question here. When they uploaded her You Now streams, did they do any commentary on those videos?
It was qualified as a transformative work.
No, it wasn't.
No, hang on.
it wasn't.
I asked you a question. Was there commentary on those videos, or were they just clips?
Were they just
or
clips or
just the full streams
commentaries?
by themselves?
It's a case-by-case basis.
Okay. Mainly, were they just clips, or the main video itself, or was there
There
any
were videos
commentary?
refuting the claims that Joy put out.
With commentary?
I'm pretty sure, but I would have to double check. I don't want to say an absolute.
Joy, were the commentary at all?
No, this woman, Luna
It
Blark.
was just clips. It was
Yes,
just clips.
yes,
You,
and most of
you
it was
are
defamatory.
allowed. You are allowed
And
to
back
copyright
to
strike
clip
someone.
2.
I don't do it personally, but you are allowed to copyright strike people if it's not transformative at all.
And this woman doxed me. I went after my doxers for this.
Exactly,
because
and
It wasn't
that's-
just
yeah.
that. It wasn't just that they did. It was also a lot of defamatory stuff. And I want to say one thing that Nick Monroe leaves out. This guy, Philip the Wizard, I met him one time. We were distant online friends for 10 years. We weren't that close. We had years we didn't speak. And that's something that Nick and Repstein like to act like we were best friends. And that's not the case. So you used a distant online friend as a source.
Oh my god, dude, somebody just said something. Yeah, now I remember. Remember JF's crazy girlfriend and how he was one of Epstein's scientists? Yeah, JF girlfriend. I think that was the same guy. Isn't that what I remember him? Mama compilation. Oh, right. It was his weird girlfriend, and then he was having the issues with his questionable girlfriend and the Revenge of the Sis. I remember this. Now I remember this, dude. This was the guy that was trying to call people an idiot. Jay Gervie's girlfriend has a disturbing live on air meltdown. Oh, we won't have to go back into this. Unless Garpy
the audience
shows back up. Then we might have to. Yep. Oh, thanks, Joey D. Appreciate that there, dude. Little Red. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Social media exile. Nick Monroe. Dude, what else are we going to find on this guy, dude? I don't think we're going to find too much more else, though. So I did look before, and I didn't find too much, but I did find a couple of really funny clips that were around, but it's like really hard to get videos of him in the recent interim. You got to really search into the past in order to find stuff. And the relevancy search will get you things, but you got to like really go 2, 3, 4 years back in order to actually get some stuff actually on him. Right, but there's like some of the stuff that we watched before, but there's not much, right? Milo Yiannopoulos on Nick Monroe, Laura Loomer. What?
You know who I fucking hate more than anybody else? Is people who use the death of loved ones cynically. So, Nick Monroe, I know you all love him.
By the way, I was going to bring him up too, and I'm going to read your quote here in a minute.
He's been on the internet to tell his imaginary 6 friends that his grandmother died. Like, she died of fucking shame seeing you plead for your Twitter account. It's fucking disgusting. This is a mark of somebody who does not treat the death of a loved one with the seriousness and realness of what actually happened, but is instead motivated by attention and wanting to go on the internet and tell people what. People need to know what happened. Do they? I don't think everyone's hanging.
Yeah, I hope Brittany watches this and sees what's going on too.
Wait, now hold on. We have to, we have to go into it fully now.
So Nick Monroe
was scheduled to come on the show last night, actually. And it was because of his, he's outing some Twitter executives or whatever, workers as being...
Well, except he fucked it up.
Well, we'll get to that.
2 years ago, Milo Yiannopoulos gives his thoughts on Nick Monroe, Laura Loomer, on the Vader Report podcast.
If you gave Nick Monroe the choice between
wait a minute,
grandmother,
didn't Gamergate make Milo too? Oh right, Milo and Nick were both good friends, and they're all hanging out with the alt-right Nazi motherfuckers.
3 hours before he was supposed to come on the show, so he canceled his appearance. Now it's public knowledge. He told me, later during the show, I didn't announce it, but it's public now. His grandmother actually passed away last night.
Yeah, and is he in quiet contemplation with his family? No, he's on Telegram, spewing it all out for attention and sympathy. This is not real behavior. This is the behavior of somebody who is trapped in the prison of internet affirmation, of dopamine hits, of needing that reassurance and that whatever. And it's fake. It's fake, and that's why I feel able to make jokes about it and be a cunt about it, because it's fake. It's not real. He's not dealing with his emotions. He's running to that crutch.
Now, what's the beef with Monroe, actually, though?
It's not a beef.
Well, I mean, obviously there's something going on, right?
I'm just deeply disappointed to see people squander it.
Nick's trapped in the Matrix, bro.
You broke up a little bit. Repeat that part.
It makes me very sad when I see people with massive potential. Because he has potential.
Massive potential.
Storyteller, a reporter, squander that potential through a mixture of pride and addiction. He doesn't realize how much help he needs. I mean, that Twitter thing he did was just like this 5,000 word outpouring of autism. He had a good story buried in there, but he didn't know how to present it and he didn't know how to drop it, and so it sank like a stone.
Well, there's certain things, and by the way, I'm not commenting on this specifically, but sometimes you have to leave certain things out in order to.
Oh, shut up. I've been a professional journalist for a decade. I know exactly what goes down when you have to leave stuff out. I have done exposés of some of the worst people on the internet. Randy Harper, all the rest.
We were involved with that. Yes, you don't have to tell me. I know all about it.
I was the person publishing the stories. I know perfectly well that you have to leave some of the best stuff out sometimes. But he just doesn't know how to tell a story, which is 60 to 70% of his job.
Yes,
and I try to help him, and he just. He said first of all yes, and starts rejecting the help. And it's a mixture of pride and addiction.
Pride and addiction.
He just will not give up the Twitter thing. It's like, Twitter. Losing Twitter kind of broke Laura Loomer. She's a very good friend of mine, but she's kind of like not really a whole person anymore because of it. It didn't me. None of it really did this to me because I have a.
Now, you didn't like losing Twitter. Let's be honest, right?
What? I mean, you didn't fuss about it strategically. Yeah. What I did was I leapt on it and used it as an opportunity for press, and I took.
Right. Well, you might as well take advantage of it. They just cut your reach down. You might as well use it as a springboard and you did with Facebook. You had like 2 or 3 million people on Facebook, and they cut you down. Yeah.
3 million on Facebook. and the only network I have left, which I will lose in the purge on 10th of December for sure, is YouTube, which is like 850,000, and I don't even use it. Anyway, it's not about me, but
850,000 followers won't even use it.
Gavin and I have kind of survived. Alex is fine because his business makes plenty of money. Roger, it's really hit hard. Laura's just not a whole person anymore after this.
But she's running for Congress.
She's not right in the fucking head after this.
Now wait a minute, Milo. She's running for Congress. I thought she was your friend.
She is my friend. I adore her.
But how could you endorse a person who's not right in the head for Congress? Although there's already plenty of those there. But
I would pick Laura.
Wow. Didn't think I was going to find anything about that. Didn't think I'd be sitting down listening to Milo Yiannopoulos. So wait, he's friends with Milo Yiannopoulos, and he was in the Blinternet Blood Sports crowd. So that's why he's all well known. And everybody's trying to act like none of this shit exists. And this isn't the fucking reason that he got banned and shit. Like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Who the fuck are you?
Welcome back to the Final Five. Joining us now via Skype is independent journalist Nick Monroe. Nick, we're so excited to have you on.
I'm glad to be here because I want to ask Nancy Pelosi some questions.
Okay, we can start with that. And to give our viewers some background, you uncovered that she had originally tweeted support for Justice Smollett.
It makes all sense now. Brittany Vente's known him for a long time.
Who is now accused of creating a fake hate
That's
crime.
why she didn't bring any of that up.
Tweeted support, but then something happened. What happened to that tweet, Nick?
She backtracked it quietly. She deleted it without any sort of statement or notice, and that is very different to what Cory Booker did today in terms of acknowledging the Smollett situation, in which he doubled down when asked about the new revelations that came out from the investigation by Chicago PD.
But Cory Booker took the...
This motherfucker's on Fox News. Oh, man, dude. I mean, dude, this is just ridiculous. Something has to change with Nick Monroe. Oh, the butthole stretch thing. There's the destroys Nick Monroe. Wow. So I see. He went bad in the Nick Monroe thing, responding to Matt Lee's, Ian Miles Chong, and Nick Monroe. Rags? Watch together. Rags, Nick Monroe, Brad, motherfucking Ian Miles Chong. Rags.
Across these different communities and pockets and come together with ideas, finally breaking through these sorts of barriers that Matt Lees himself set up. Whew, said that all in one breath.
So we'll try to hightail
him
the
and Ian?
Gamergate bit because he says some great stuff as we
Oh,
go along.
what are they
But
talking
let me go ahead
about?
and get on to the
Gamergate?
Super chats. I've been paying attention to the chat rolling by. I just kind of wanted to do this in almost like intermissions and things. Snowstorm, starting at the beginning here. Snowstorm gave $5. I've got a bone for you, doggo, if you know what I mean. Ooh boy, getting loose.
I block people is if they are deliberately trolling, right? They're insulting everybody in my mentions, basically derailing every conversation that I'm having. Let's say I'm talking to Lacey Green, and then there's a guy is just constantly replying to both of us and just trashing us. Of course, I'm gonna block him. You know, he's just being a fucking nuisance.
But blocked me too.
Oh, but you know, I'm not gonna block anyone who's interested in having a conversation. If they're doing it in good faith, I will talk to them. You know, even if I disagree with them.
Oh, really?
It's called moderation.
You blocked me. I wanted to have a good face conversation, and you didn't even want to have one there, Ian Miles Chong, you little Malaysian cocksucker. Yeah. Wow. Nick Monroe, Milo, Deplorable, and Gamergate? What the fuck? Nick Monroe is a part of MAGA 3X? No fucking way. This goes deep, motherfucker. We're in fucking crazy fucking town. Holy shit!
Hope you're having a good day. This is Henrik. Welcome and thank you for being here. You can hear Red Ice Radio on SoundCloud, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, YouTube, and of course through our website redice.tv. Make sure you subscribe to the RSS feeds with either iTunes or your favorite podcatcher app to get the latest show as soon as it's out. We also do regular videos and a live TV show for members. We're doing our first one of the new year on Saturday, the 14th of January. Check out redicemembers.com for more info about the Gamergate's rise to popularity firsthand. So today we're going to talk with someone about the fumbling with funds in regards to Milo, like the white privilege grant, the $250,000 book contract that Milo got from Simon & Schuster, and the deplorable debacle as well. You know, Nick has worked behind the scenes with Milo, and also seen how many of these other Johnny-come-latelys have jumped on the alt-right to promote themselves and their brand. Stay tuned. Hey, Nick, good to have you on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm willing to go wherever this road takes me, really.
Very good. You know, I've been following your Twitter on and off in the last few weeks or so, getting updates on the Milo Yiannopoulos situation.
Nick definitely does look like a serial
We've
killer.
done some of our own questioning, if you will, in a few of our videos. If nothing else, Milo definitely seems like a very sly opportunist. But I do have to admit, I took some time off over Christmas and New Year's, something I haven't actually done for almost like 10 years since I started the show. So anyway, I've been a bit I've been a bit out of the loop. I have to say, I've not been catching up on all the latest debacle, both around Milo, but also the deplorable and all that kind of stuff. So I was hoping to kind of get an update and get up to speed, from you on the matter, Nick. But before we get into the details, tell us about your relationship to Milo.
Oh yeah, I ran a YouTube channel for a few years, and when Gamergate started up a few years ago, I was there in the same neck of the woods as everyone else was in Gamergate. And Milo was able to waltz right in and blow the whole thing open with a Game Journal Pros, which basically was the foundation of Gamergate's concerns. They were worried about collusion in the media, and they were
that picture definitely
really
does look like a
pushing
mugshot.
back against this leftist type of media coverage from games journalists. So Milo was able to, over the course of a few years,
You can see that jar on the side of a baby
offer
food.
people an alternative. And now, I had to say, it pretty much worked, because we have this sense of balance. You know what I mean?
No, explain that a bit more.
Balance.
Okay, so basically, before 2014 and when Gamergate started off, it was just Kotaku, Polygon, PC Gamer, Ars Technica, and The Escapist, which I worked at for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, if there was a story about harassment or, women in gaming, stuff like that, everyone towed the same line. They just reworded it a little bit, from outlet to outlet. But that whole system kind of turned itself on its head when Gamergate happened, and people were against this sort of unified cookie cutter sort of messaging. And they had concerns about that, as well as disclosures. And as a result of Milo's findings that he reported on Breitbart, he was able to kind of spur the Escapist to clean house, more or less. And they really turned a dime in trying to change how they did things.
So Milo was working for Breitbart at that time, right?
Yeah, Milo has been at Breitbart for... He started out at Breitbart London. I know that. And he started off as kind of a shy person. Kind of a shy and more, modest than he is now.
Well. So Nick Monroe was not only one of the Gamergate prima donnas. He was all wrapped up in Milo Yiannopoulos back in the day, and now it makes perfect sense why a lot of people aren't bringing everything to the table on old homeboy now, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Actually, from what I see. There's just so much out there that you can find if you really, I guess, want to take the time to go search. And I mean, years and years and years and years and years and years ago by, people could change their names and who they are, but I guess at the end of the day, you still got to realize that people are still going to look into this stuff. People are still going to try to figure out if it's all just a game or something. And honestly, it kind of seems like that. It doesn't look like we got any more stuff from it, but yeah. This would mean that Brittany Venti would have known his entire identity this entire time now, wouldn't it? Because doesn't Brittany Venti hang out with all the same people and all the same structure? And wouldn't it make you think that this is less about Andrew Tate censorship and more about how this guy has been one of the most prolific doxers associated to the other prolific doxer and swatter who was also one of the purveyors of Gamergate? And now we see that, yeah, Ian Miles Chong was on the side of being anti-Gamergate, right? But he was hanging and palling around with old Monroe, who was pro-Gamergate, right? Do you see how these guys were just playing both sides of the argument? Yeah. I guess that Ian Miles Chong video that we did, kind of going over this, showing how Ian Miles Chong was also a poster on the Something Awful forums, the same place that Nicholas Monroe got his start back in the day, and the only reason I know that is because I was there too. Gosh, I know all of these people. We've basically, I think, pretty much associated ourselves to everything that we positively can to show you that, you know, why did he get banned from Twitter? Well, it was because he got caught up doxing a whole bunch of people, and he's going to keep getting permanently suspended until he appeals that very first ban, and then he's going to have to roll through all those other ones. But that's going to take him being straight up about what's really going on with all of this internet stuff, because now he finds himself in kind of an Eliza Blue situation where there is a mountain of evidence associated to his exploits online that shows that even as of recent, he hasn't changed as a person when he's trying to tell all of us that he has. And I mean, the evidence is there to show that he's tussled with all of the same YouTube creators and that incestuous little gang that doesn't seem to like me very much. I guess I could just never gonna figure out why they don't like me. We're just never gonna figure it out, bitches. I don't know what happened. I'm just here trying to do my shit, trying to do my thing, just making my money. And now I think we've pretty clearly established who Nicholas Mon is, aka Crabcrawler1, aka Crabman, aka Press Fart to Continue, aka is that guy, aka News something or other, aka Nicholas Tomaszewski. Yeah. Now you know who he is, all the information, basically good and bad, you know. And you can take that and you can put that in your pipe and you can smoke it or do whatever you want to do with it. I recommend that you hit the like button, you share this video, tweet out your favorite creators that are talking about this particular situation, and let them know that there will be another thread that is getting posted here in the near future. And then let's just see how all of them react and squirm on this situation, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's just fucking hilarious to do this at times. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I think we got him. Yeah. So with that, I guess we'll call it a day. See you later, folks. Hope you have a nice evening. Thanks for joining us. Now would be a great time to send those last minute super chats. This is a grift or whatever. We do grift on this work, and I feel like we've done some pretty fantastic work here. But, you know, I'm not going to twist your arm or whatever. I'll just twist my own arm. Just twist my own arm. Pat myself on the back. Good job. Did some good research. Yeah, did some good research. And thank you. Thank you to Christina for that $5 donation saying it's called Griftcast, not called Lurkcast, people. That's exactly right, Christina. It's called Griftcast, not Lurkcast, but either way, we appreciate you coming on through, dropping in some of that money onto me. Very nice. We like that. We like money. I like it, the money. I like it, the money. Who doesn't like the money? People who suck, that's who doesn't like it. But yes, I guess at the end of the day, time to do a thread. That's going to take a few hours. Going to be a lot of links and screenshots and shit. Ooh, but it's going to be a juicy one. And then I guess at the end of the day, we'll have to like really see if people are going to stand for him because of his so amazing investigation of using other people's information on Andrew Tate and some stuff that I guess they sent him directly or whatever. But I mean, did they really pick the right guy? I don't think so. I don't know so. But hey, it's what we do, guys. It's what we do here. So, thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day, folks. Be well out there. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now. Later. I think we did pretty good. We probably pissed off a couple people right there. There's gonna be some salty bitches in the morning, I'm thinking there's gonna be some salty suckers out there in the morning. They're gonna be salty. 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 Oh yeah, by the way, remember